Hello and welcome to Pointy Ears and Horny Queers, an unhinged D&D podcast, not for children. Just a little reminder, we are pushing towards affiliate. This is a brand new Twitch page. So if you enjoyed the show, please hit the follow button and share with your friends. We really appreciate it and it helps way more than you realize. If you want to catch up on our story, head on over to our YouTube page at Pointy Ears Pod, where we post the full episode every Tuesday. Also, check out all our other social medias at Pointy Ears Pod for some bonus content and our favorite moments. A little reminder, this is an adults-only show. Content warnings can be found below. But without further ado, let's dive into Idria, Blood of the Saints. I'm your Game Master, Noel, and I have the lovely honor of introducing you to our amazing cast. Bale, would you please start us off?
Yeah, so I'm Bale. I play Feniel Faraday. Fun fact about Feniel this week, since we're coming up on Tea with the Queen, I thought I'd give a little
Tea.
What's Feniel's favorite tea. So she really loves chamomile lavender. She feels so fancy when she drinks it, and it's all florally and lovely. But then she is not very elegant with dunking tea cookies. And she always waits too long, and it almost always snaps off, cracks into her tea, and then she's too embarrassed to continue, so she'll just set down her tea and hope that no one notices. But she'll maintain that nothing happened as long as she possibly can.
I love that. I've actually never had little... Are they biscuits or cookies with tea?
They're tea cookies, but... in England, where they mainly do tea and biscuits,
Yep.
they call them biscuits, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Or scones.
Or scones.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I've had them, but never with tea. Maybe I should get some for that day.
We call it afternoon tea, like with sweets and tea and stuff.
So what time would that be?
That would be like early afternoon, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Like when you're getting off work kind of thing?
Yeah, like 2 o'clock sometimes. Yeah, it's kind of like sweet afternoon little meal, if you will, right? There's like little sandwiches that cutesy. There's a lot of
sweets.
I've seen
the sandwiches.
Yeah, so that's afternoon tea.
Now, am I crazy, or is there like a midnight snack as well that's like in European culture? Or is that just like a medieval thing?
I've never heard of that, so maybe.
But there is always like coffee after dinner.
I'm
not talking about in England. I'm talking like medieval times because you brought that up. I think it always is supposed to be coffee after dinner, right? Which is bizarre because caffeine, but I don't know.
Well,
maybe I'm making that shit up.
We've like cranked up the caffeine on fucking everything.
That's true.
Like the coffee that we serve now.
As I have a Red Bull.
Medieval times.
Right. Yeah. As I have like a Red Bull, and this is not my first one. But all right. Well, thank you for that fun little fact, Zah. Let's see what Tempo's doing this week.
Well, thank you. I'm playing Tempo Ralph Lux, which is Time Mage, a virtuoso, a magistrate, and a fun fact. Well, he's small but powerful. But a fun fact is that he never takes his mask off, and no one actually knows what race he is. You know, because sometimes he has bunny ears, sometimes he has cat ears, and the only really thing that you can see of him is the ears that constantly change and disappear, and that's it.
Wonderful. Divine? How's Tabatha? Who's she sponsored by?
No.
What's the error this week?
So, I'm DivineSitcom, and I play Tabatha Ravenwood, a female kinder rogue, but she doesn't like to be called an assassin. And for this week, her fun fact is that she had a little scare recently where she almost ran out of her focus potions, and it was like a whole mess at the pharmacy. In Idria, and so she had to amp up her wellness drink. So in her wellness drink, that has green tea for antioxidants and mental clarity, as well as honey, ginger, and we add ginseng to help
Ooh.
with the withdrawal symptoms of her focus potions. So that's like what's in Tabatha's wellness drink this week. Let's see if she finds some focus potions. We don't know.
I love that.
So
Please
much
don't try this
tea.
recipe at home.
Yeah, don't try this out. This is not medically approved.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather always like went and looked for ginseng in the wild. I remember hearing stories about it. Apparently it's like really hard to find. Anyway. Yeah, kind of, and it like only grows on like one side of the, like in the shade or something. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Hi, Papper. I am playing Anna Heilbronn. I was gonna say, Anna's like thing was that, because everyone was doing like things about tea and stuff. Anna is like addicted to caffeine, but she hides it really well.
Gotcha. So she definitely got some coffee this morning.
Yeah, she already has a bottle of boundless coffee. She just never like lets anyone see her drinking coffee because it
Gotcha.
happens all the time.
Gotcha. So it's like a water flask basically, but it's just coffee.
Yes, it looks like a water flask. It looks like a water bottle, but it's actually coffee.
And she's
Like
just
she's
constantly
always
drinking it.
water. It's like everyone just thinks it's water, but it's actually coffee.
But as we all introductions are underway, we left in quite a bit of a situation last week. So let's check in on what the gossip of the week is for the wild shit y'all did. Darlings, oh, what a tangled of web we find ourselves ensnared in this week. The air is thick with whispers and speculations following the discovery of 3 bodies belonging to Talvor soldiers, found dead mere hours after the Pontifex's ceremony. Curiously, neither the Pontifex nor the Crown has seen fit to issue an official statement on this grim event, leaving us all to ponder the implications in anxious silence. This week's sermon drew quite the assorted congregation, including some rather notable faces. Among them, a peculiar figure, short in stature and adorned with this mysterious metal mask. The identity of this masked attendee remains a subject of much debate. Man or something else entirely? One does wonder. He goes by the name Tempo Ralph Lux, who is an esteemed magistrate of the Virtuoso, a name that carries significant weight in our circles. Anna Heilbronn, the Baron of Barenfall, and recent standout in the melee, graced the sermon with her presence. One could not help but notice how she garnered admiration from every corner of the room. Meanwhile, Finio Ferday, the lone representative of the Order of Talvor, seemed conspicuously detached from the fallen soldiers, raising eyebrows and questions about the unity, or lack thereof, within this order. The arrival of Lady Fraser, whose husband stands accused of the gravest of crimes, treason, did not go unnoticed. Eyes followed her every move, and though she maintained her composure, the atmosphere was charged with suspicion. Rumors swirled about her alleged association with Drow conspirators, casting a shadow over her every action. Could it be that her rumored companions hold the key to this recent tragedy? As our fair city reels from these shocking events, the treason is palpable, and the search for the true culprits intensifies. Rest assured, darlings, that no stone will be left unturned, and the guilty parties will be brought to light in due course. Until then, keep your eyes open, your wits sharp, for the intrigue of our society shows no sign of abating. Yours ever watchful curiosity. And from there we will wisp away to find out what happened at the end of the night, and if our companions and friends made it home. So we will start off last we left off. Tabatha, Anna, and Finiel. You are all outside of Zindra Nocturne's humble abode as Tabatha came racing out as the flames began to emerge and envelop the building. What are you all doing?
There's a raid!
What?
Yes!
Who's writing?
Somebody must have followed you. We have to get out of here.
Insight check.
Yeah,
Mm.
same thing.
Take my word for it. What the F?
What the F? You don't have to say if it's persuasion or deception. Just give me a roll, and those inciting, give me an opposing roll.
14.
Uh, 27.
Okay.
I'm very much.
Anna, what was your roll?
16. Definitely not 27.
Don't think 27 quite meets it. So, for all intents and purposes, you can believe what you want, but does seem that Tabatha is coming off sincere.
Alrighty. Oh, do I take that exhaustion point now or later, by the way?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
It's when you take a long rest, it'll go into effect.
Okay, got
Yes,
it.
Miss Ravenwood, where are the raiders?
Yes, Tabatha, where's the raid?
It's in the burning building. We have to leave.
I peek in the window.
Give me
Or
a,
in the door.
give me
Tabatha's
a deception.
leaving to go back because it's late.
Tabatha's on her way. You can, as you're following, I presume, give me a perception check with a disadvantage because it's a burning building and everything's on fire.
Okay, hold on.
This
I have
fire is
someone
spreading very quickly.
knocking at my door.
Okay.
15. Hold on.
It's a raid.
The raid is coming to your home. I will share all the this information as we are waiting on Finiel to figure out what's going on at her real door. You all now start taking.
Oh, sorry.
You all start now taking in the landscape, and you see this is not the only burning building. You see there are a couple of little billowing smokestacks, and the tension and everything that's been going on has finally started coming down, and you're taking in your surroundings a little bit more. And you see on the cobblestone stairs as you can cobblestone path as you make your way. It seems maybe there's been quite a few guards who have gone in people's houses and thrown out their stuff and have been searching for something, perhaps, as you see people's possessions scattered all through the streets. And something you did not take note of earlier was you were the only 3 people on the streets. It is late, but even still, there's no beggars, there's no homeless people, there's nothing that you would normally see in the slums of Thormere.
Anna, let's get the fuck out of here.
That's what I'm saying.
With the
I
15, you don't
stick
necessarily
around.
see anyone in the building, but it's also lit ablaze, and you come to realize all of these things at once.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run.
So you're all
I don't
heading...
want to stick around to deal with that.
Okay.
Going.
As you all head back towards... Where are you going?
I'm gonna go to
Sleep.
the tavern before I'm gonna head. Ooh,
I'm going back to the Bastion.
I would, but is that gonna be suspicious as fuck? Or I guess I have to go back. Okay, yeah, I'll go to the Ivory Bastion.
You all know this is going to be at least an hour walk.
Ooh. Oh yeah, we were talking about like a tavern for the night. Yeah, I'm gonna head towards the nearest tavern.
The nearest tavern would still not be in the city, and it's the Shady Serpent Inn that Tabatha you would know about in the slums of Thormere, just outside of the city gates. Or you could venture a little bit further within the hour walk to the Silverflow district and go to the Silverflow Tavern, which is a little bit nicer.
I'm just gonna go to the first one available, honestly.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Silverflow.
If Tappy's going to the Silverflow, I'll follow probably.
Okay.
It's like
Well,
we
maybe-
suggest the tavern. We're like, oh hey, there's a tavern. Let's go in that one. And Tabitha's
Tabatha
just
just
like,
keeps
nah.
going.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. We're like,
Is there any conversation during this walk?
So we shouldn't stay at the Serpent because I'm pretty good at keeping my wits about me, but I'm worried about Tweedledee Tweedledum here and their armor causing a big commotion and getting things stolen.
Stole-
Too tired to argue.
stolen. Oh, I see.
We're in the slums. Let's keep walking.
So aside from Tweedledee and Tweedledum, apparently, how did you do something dumber and get in the middle of a raid?
Well, it seems that Tweedledee and Tweedledum, I didn't make sure that Tweedledee and Tweedledum were following me, and I guess that's what happened. You led them right to the source, like a fox into the rabbit hole.
No one was behind us.
Num 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 num, says the fox.
And who was the fox, apparently?
Well, I mean, soldiers, people with interests in the Drow. I mean, apparently there's a conspiracy in the Order of Talvor.
So you got to see Zindra before,
Mm-hmm.
and what
What's
did you
up to you?
discuss?
That's between me and her.
I'll reach out
I
to
like
her
foxes.
privately then.
By the way, she said something to the degree of if Tweedledee and Tweedledum show up on my doorstep again, they're gonna end up without heads. Something like that.
She
So
always
yeah, I
wants her friend's head. I doubt that that's what she said.
Well,
Okay.
well, I mean, try your luck. Maybe just start with a little remote message first
Okay. Interesting.
and see what she says.
You do have the ability to do that, don't you, Vanille?
Yeah. She's our
We
only
have the
lead.
ability to send up little sparks under door cracks. Very disconcerting.
It's just light.
It's creepy.
Are you scared of fireflies?
I just don't want you to be casting spells near my feet, okay?
Do you have like a feet thing? Are you one of those?
No, I'm concerned. Do you have a feet thing?
No, I don't.
Just watch it, sister. We got some stepping to do.
You again with the feet! Stepping, toes.
I said nothing about feet. You're the one who said it.
Oh, goodness.
So, as you all make your way through the city gate, you are approached by guards, but they seem to not bother you. They recognize Finiel and Anna, and you make your way on through. Tempo.
Yeah.
As you are heading back to the Virtuoso Spire, is there anything at this wee hour that you are doing?
I know that I should remember to do something, and I don't remember what it was. Can you, above the table, remind me what did you say before that I have to do?
Oh, I was just reminding you of some things that were going on, which was the investigation of the Ivory Bastion that has to do with chronomancy. There's also...
Oh, can we teleport to the Fraser Manor from the Virtuoso Tower? Or
that
near
was
it.
something else. But I think everything that you particularly need to do could be taken care of tomorrow.
Okay, then no.
So you, in particular, as you make your way through the gates and it's pretty quiet, you're approached by 2 guards.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Halt! What are you doing here? What is your business?
Who are you? Out of my way, peasant.
That's gonna go how it goes.
So it's 2 city guards,
Okay.
with their helmets, and the
Do you not
closest
recognize me?
the closest one puts his hand on a sword.
Oh,
State
really?
your business.
And that's in front of Virtuoso's Tower, right?
You quite haven't made it there.
Ah,
You're not in the arcane
right.
alley. So you are still just making your way towards. You've made it past the city gates, but you haven't made it to the arcane alley yet.
Okay. I'm one of the magistrates. I'm going to the Virtuoso's Tower. Now let me through.
He doesn't take his hand off his sword, but he kind of looks to his fellow guard for reassurance. And eyes you closely.
What is your name, soldier?
I suggest you go quickly, magistrate. The city's under lockdown. There's a curfew imposed. Do not be out late again. And word of advice, don't to speak to any other guards on your way in such a manner. I'm a kind knight. Some of
And what
my
is your name?
companions aren't so
What is your name,
kind.
kind knight?
My name is Sir Tardis.
Like Doctor Who TARDIS?
I don't know anything
Okay.
about Doctor Who.
Okay. Okay, Sir TARDIS, I will go now. Have a good night.
He kind of relaxes, and you get maybe 10 feet, and then they turn on their heels and begin following you. At a slow pace, but they're definitely keeping an eye on you as you walk. But
Okay, that's fine.
outside of that, you don't really encounter too many people. You do see in your purview at a distance quite a few guards, a lot more than a normal evening. But there's nobody else on the streets. And you make it back, and you get your long rest. Finiel, Tabatha, and Anna, you finally make your way to the Silverflow Tavern. Is there anything you would all like to do before just getting a room and heading off for the evening?
Night night.
How many rooms are left in the tavern?
There are 2 available rooms.
I see.
How many beds?
They each have 1 bed.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I go up to the. Are we gonna? I'm assuming we have a little RP here of deciding this out. So
Hi, I would like a 1 bed for me. How much would that be for the night?
Oh, all right. That'll be, let me see. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't
it's been a
have
long
my
night.
booking fees in front of me. We'll say that's, 5 silver for you.
Thank you. Good night, you guys.
She hands you, your key. And you, couple...
Anna suddenly jerks awake from where she was like almost falling asleep standing.
well, I'll need a room, and I'm assuming my companion will also need a room.
We only have 1 more room available. The nearest inn, is either the the Shady Serpent Inn outside in the slums, or you could make your way to the Ivory District, and I believe the Swan might have another room if you require to.
We'll take the one room.
All right.
I'm assuming that's okay. Is that okay? Is that okay? I can sleep on the floor. Do you know? Is that okay?
Yes, my lady. That's all right.
All right, that'll be 5 silver.
And then, okay, so take the. Deal with that later. Give the coins. Take the key.
Get the key.
Lady Heilbronn? Or Baron Heilbronn?
Anna has never been redder in her life.
Her skin
looks like
matches
a
her armor.
Yes.
Bright
This is
flaming red.
She keeps doing the no, you go first thing.
Feniel walks in. Yeah, Feniel's gonna maintain her word. She's like, I truly can take.
No, my lady. You can't sleep on the floor. I'll sleep on the floor.
No, you don't have to sleep on the floor. We could both just share the. It's plenty big enough, perhaps. Mayhaps.
As this happens and you all decide, Tempo, you make your way back in and you find a small box wrapped in a crimson velvet covering with a bow of a similar color tied neatly. The box is about this big, and as you pick it up, you hear a slight little like jingling or movement in the box, like there's some contents.
Okay. I will use. Wait, what did I have?
I will say you recognize this as a similar thing that you get quite often when business is being conducted.
Okay, I will just open the box then.
Inside, you see 3 claws that seem to be from some kind of feline that is very large. They're bloody, and you see a little note card in the bottom that's smeared with the blood of these 3 claws that simply says, "A debt is due.
A debt is due. Okay.
Your situation has been cleaned up. We should speak."
Okay. Can I keep the claws?
You certainly can.
The fucking chat right now. A tale is all this time.
I cannot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Is there anything, Finiel? Is there anything anyone wants to do? If not, we will move to the next morning.
Beniel is humming this song as she like takes off her armor to like get in bed. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just a little tune stuck in my head for some reason. Won't get out of my head.
Both are scared.
Neither one prepared.
But
Oh my goodness.
you all drift asleep and morning comes. The day is yours.
The only reason Anna is asleep is because she was awake all night and is like tired beyond her comprehension.
Beniel didn't sleep. She was just really like nervous all night, and that's why she's exhausted.
So you do take that point of exhaustion.
Video was just the whole night like, Jesus.
Am I the
What do
only
I do?
one not seeing the map? That's
Aren't
rather
you,
odd.
Like
aren't you an
Thormir?
elf?
Yeah.
I see Thormir.
I see the big one, Thormir.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
don't know why I can't see it.
Aren't you an elf?
Yeah.
You don't even.
Oh,
need
I
to-
meditated. I laid there. I didn't even meditate. She forgot, and I was like, perfect. And I just was like,
All right. Well, as you all wake, some of us very tired.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing? I assume, Tempo, you don't sleep in too long because you know that the Magic Games begins at 8 a.m.
oh dear
Yep.
God.
I'm going to make my way there.
Um,
But actually, no. First, can I just check if we can prepare that magical transport for us?
sure, you definitely could try to do that on your way out.
Yeah, let's try that.
Right. So, is there anyone in particular that you're trying to seek out, or?
Would I know? I probably would know who would normally take care of stuff like this.
Yeah, I think it would be because this is a smaller spire compared to the the normal place that you stay. So it's pretty consolidated, and so it'd be the same librarian woman at the front desk that kind of handles all the affairs of the Virtuoso Spire.
Okay, yeah, I'll just speak with her.
Oh, good morning, darling. How are you?
Good morning, sweetheart. I'm good. How are you doing today?
Oh, well, things are quite astray. It seems they're
Sure.
cracking down, and between you and me, the city guards are being quite pushy on my stroll last evening, but I
Yes, I have-
suppose...
I had some unfortunate run-in with them as well.
Yes, they never quite respect us enough. I do fear what the city is coming to, but I digress.
Hopefully that will change soon.
Indeed.
But either way, I'm here to ask if you could potentially prepare some magical transportation for myself and my team.
Oh, what is this due for?
Sorry?
What do you need this for, Magistrate?
It is a request from the royalty. It's quite a high-profile situation, and it was requested by someone higher in the chain than myself. I'm only assisting.
Oh, and who would that be?
Was it the Grand Magistrate above table? I believe it was, right?
For the
He-
Fraser estate was me.
No, but within... I thought there was someone within... No, there was someone within the Virtuoso that requested me to assist.
So it was
Very
the
started.
the Grand Virtuoso who originally put you on this task. Although you haven't spoke to him since.
Yeah, but he put me on this task, so technically I can just use his name, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say... Well, the request was originally... It came to me from the Grand Virtuoso.
Oh, quite the high-profile case, I see. Well, I
Yes.
will notate that down and speak with him for sure. Where would you require this and when?
Where I don't remember. But when, it's probably going to be within the next few days.
Well, it's hard to create magical transportation when you're not too sure where you're going. Perhaps
That's
you
very
should check in with me at a later date. But I will speak to the Grand Virtuoso. Perhaps he recalls and has better memory than someone such as yourself.
That's very true. The details always escape me.
That is very evident.
Well, thank you, darling. Have a good day.
Indeed, indeed. Don't forget, I'm baking warm cookies this evening for those in the library if you require some.
Oh, marvelous! I'll be sure to come and see you.
All right.
I feel like I'm always gonna answer the like offer of warm cookies that way now. Marvelous.
Marvelous. I'll
As
be
I
sure
dunk
to
it
come
into
by.
my tea and break it.
So
Okay.
I'm just saying, you did sleep next to, well, you were awake next to Anna all night. You are aware that she sleeps hugging her pillow.
Cool. Cool little tidbit I now know.
So
Danielle pulls out her journal.
there's only 2 pillows, but I guess you don't sleep.
Firstly scribbling.
So Anna took both pillows.
Yeah, I like slowly scooted my pillow under Anna's head after she like started like grappling her pillow. I was like, she needs it. It's fine.
Wakes up with 2 pillows, very confused.
And Fenielle's just like,
That's not creepy.
no, Fenielle definitely like closes her eyes and pretends she's like sleeping. It's like, wow.
Anna is confused because she's very aware that elves don't sleep.
I didn't.
Okay.
That's the problem.
What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna go for the games, obviously.
Right. What are the
Uh,
three
If
of you doing?
Tabatha has an opportunity, sorry, I sound like a robot. If Tabatha has an opportunity, she'd like to use one of the items she received.
Okay.
She'd
Oh,
like
fuck,
to
I forgot to tell you what
contact.
the other one was, but yeah, that's fine.
No big deal. Zeandra like to reach out to her.
Okay, in the private of your room, what do you reach
Mhm.
out and say? 25 words or less.
Sandra, miss you, babe. Any updates on Lord Fraser's associates? XOXO. Tabatha.
Okay. So you send that off,
Yes.
and there's not a response.
Left on red. I'll proceed with my day.
Okay.
I
Hope
mean,
she's okay.
the magic competition is it's really early, so I don't think Anna will be awake yet. Because a long rest is like 8 hours, and I only went to sleep at like 5 or 6, because we had to like walk all around.
It's about 5
so,
o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, so she probably won't be awake for a while.
Do my spell slots still reset?
Yeah. You still get a long rest. I will offer you all, you probably sleep in a while, but you probably make it there around, you would wake up around 11, noonish. Groggy, struggling, but you do know you have things to do that day. And there will be no penalty other than the fact that you have to RP that you are groggy and feel like shit.
Tabatha is going to stop by her favorite tea shop
Okay.
on the way. And she goes and she says, Ugh, the usual. I've had the craziest night.
Oh, darling, you're back again. Of course, we'll get that prepared.
Extra ginseng?
Oh, yes, we have it. Of course. We always keep it in stock
thank
for you,
you.
darling.
I
What was your
appreciate
night like? I've heard quite the scandal around town.
Yes, well, you know, I've known by everyone, but no one really knows what I'm up to, so I have to keep my reputation about me.
Well, I heard you at the sermon of a particular situation.
Mm-hmm. Let's just
Was it
say...
you?
Was what mean?
The dead bodies, darling.
The dead bodies? You mean no one had risen on the third day?
Apparently not. There's 3 of them just laid cold. And you
Don't
were
tell me
there.
that sermon was so boring that it put people to death.
Some would say that you killed them, darling.
Some would be mistaken, for I am not guilty of anything besides snoozing during that snooze fest.
I see.
The only thing that I need balanced out is my sleep cycle and my focus potions, right?
Of course, of course. Well, I also heard Lady Fraser was there. Did you see her?
Lady Fraser's a bitch.
Oh, all right.
No other comment at this time.
I will get your tea prepared quickly.
Thank you.
And your tea is prepared, and she is very taken aback.
Thank you again.
Do you even know who Lady Fraser is?
Yeah, is she not the person that we like shit talked?
No.
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Ugh, I'm so tired. Lady Fraser, I really don't know too much bad about her. I had her confused with someone else.
Oh, I see. Well, have a good
The
day.
ginseng wasn't kicked in yet. Guilty of that, but not killing people in the sermon. Bye.
Okay. Okay. This is a wild fucking morning.
You are definitely not an assassin. You would get caught saying stuff like that.
What?
I already said I don't like to be called an assassin.
Exactly. You're not one.
The only thing I'm
Clearly-
guilty of is
Social.
being bored to death, just like those poor people that died apparently for being so bored in that sermon.
Yeah, that's why they died.
Mhm. Really? I hear it was a murder-suicide.
I truly don't know anything, darling. Tempo, as you arrive, the crowd still
Yeah.
seems to be pretty full, although you do see some sparse stands, and a lot more guards than you saw at the melee tournament.
Okay.
Is there anything you would like to do before the games commence?
Not just yet, but before I get on the Colosseum or whatever, I will cast a spell.
Okay, you know that there's going to be several matches ahead of you, so you don't
Yeah.
quite have to do that. But as the sun rises high in the sky, the grandeur of the magical tournament unfolds. The arena rises like a titan among the structures, and the 3 towering levels adorned with the banners fluttering in the breeze. Commoners gather at the bottom tier, the higher nobility gather in the middle section, and you see an assortment of merchants and knights and a couple of people that you would rub hands with. And then in the highest tier, you see, of course, the dukes and the duchesses. Esteemed guests, lords and ladies, welcome to the illustrious magical games, booms the voice of the announcer, resonating through the tiers of the arena with a commanding presence. Today, we witness the clash of titans as skilled casters vie for glory, power, and the ultimate prize. Behold, a reward fit for champions, a bounty of 1,000 gold coins, the esteemed honor of recognition of our noble king, at the grand masquerade ball, and the legendary Eldridge staff retrieved from the vaults of the Virtuous Spire itself. But heed this warning, dear patrons. In the light of recent events, where spells unleashed their chaos upon this very arena, a protective enchantment now surrounds our battlefield. Fear not, for this barrier shall safeguard both spectator and competitor alike, ensuring a thrill of spectacle without peril. We extend our deepest gratitude to our gracious king for bestowing us with this magnificent festival, and we celebrate the impending union of our beloved Crown Prince and Lady Dumont, whose impending nuptials grace this event with an air of joyous anticipation. Let the magic games commence. So, as the excitement surrounds you, you're still a bit groggy, but you do see the first competition comes up. In the bright daylight of the arena, a drow steps into the arena as the announcer calls Zephyra Nightshade of Aegolas. Clad in flowing obsidian robes, their graceful stride and violet eyes draw the immediate attention. Whispers through the crowd with notes of panic and fear. On the other side, Lady Lila Zayden, the Sandstorm Sorceress, calls out the announcer as swirling sands flow into the arena as the woman whose presence commands the attention strides in to face her opponent. With her obsidian hair elegantly pulled into a tight bun, she stands escaping to frame her sun-kissed face as she exudes an air of regal confidence. Her eyes, glowing like molten gold, seem to hold the secrets of ancient sands and untold power. She's clad in fine silks and billow loosely around her frame, cinched at the waist, wrist, and ankles by supple leather bindings. Are you paying close attention to this match?
I am,
So
yes.
much to know
Yup.
that the leather's supple.
It
Mhm.
is supple and rich and regal and not dried out by the sun. The three of you have not made it there. So as this match commences, you see the Drowcaster send out a flurry of dark energy heading to the sorceress. She quickly evades as the wind wisps up and sand flies all around the arena, and you get a good glimpse of the containment. It is a sphere around the arena, and as soon as the spell gets too close, it kind of blows up as though there's a magical wall there and a dome at the top, preventing any spells coming in or out. But
Question.
go ahead.
Follow-up question. When the spell hits it, and does it just dissipate? Or does it kind of go like, if you hit it at an angle, it will kind of like glide on the
It
magical
definitely
barrier?
glides. It doesn't like dissipate.
Okay.
But you see the confidence begin to drain from this very prominent figure in society known as the Sand Sorceress. Her skills are legendary and very much known to you, as she is constantly on defense as a flurry of dark magic comes at her, never ending, and her only response is to cast up sand barriers and shields and try and move out of the way. But this drow is relentless. And finally, with what seems ease, takes down Lady Zayden.
Damn.
Victory for Zephyra Nightshade. And you hear no cheering. It is nothing but silence amongst the crowd as everyone is in shock and horror.
Did I see the spell that she used?
Yeah.
Do I know what it was?
Give me an Arcana check. I mean, there were several spells cast, but
The one that took the opponent down, though,
okay.
I'm mainly interested in. Oh, that's low. That's a 16.
That's low. You rolled a fucking 8 and it's a 16. It reminds you similarly of a spell that Zendra used to attack Finiel. And it seemed to be the primary spell this caster used. It was 3 dark feathers that flew at her victim, seeming to cut and attack and push back her opponent.
Warlock.
Up
I
next,
don't know this spell.
yeah,
It's not magic missile, is it?
no.
Can't be. Okay.
Up next is your round.
Ooh, yay.
So, as you give us some flavor as you enter the arena.
Let's see, how do I want to do this? As I enter the arena, which is just a ground, right? Like sand on the arena floor.
Yes.
As I enter it, you can see that behind me, every step I take, there's like flowers starting to grow very quickly, and then
Okay.
dying very quickly. Like the time is flowing differently,
Ooh.
very quickly.
I love that.
Thank you.
You said you wanted to cast this spell before you enter. Do you do this
Alright.
before or after you enter the barrier?
After.
Okay. What spell do you cast?
I will cast. Well, it's more like a thingy about. Gift of Alacrity.
Okay.
I get 1d8 to initiative rolls.
Wonderful. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiative. There's 24.
Holy shit. I think it's safe to assume you go first.
Okay.
There we go.
Do I know?
So before combat ensues, a young, timid man, his nerdy demeanor accentuated by his thick glasses, nervously enters the arena, clutching his spellbook. The sun's glare momentarily blinds him, causing him to stumble. That elicits laughter from the crowd. Amidst the amusement, the announcer booms, "Aurelius Storm, Magistrate of the Virtuoso," as he makes his entrance into the magical fray.
And I also bow.
He returns the favor in kind, and you are the first to act.
Above the table, can I ask if I will be able to take long rests between fights?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to
You
hold
do
back.
not.
Really.
You do not have to hold back. You saw Anna's fight, and she got a long rest every time. So yeah, you would definitely
Okay.
know that.
I will just look at the poor guy because he doesn't seem to be too strong. Point at him and say, "You can just surrender. There's no point fighting if time is still for you." And I use momentary stasis,
Okay.
which is, as an action, you can magically force a large or smaller creature you can see within 60 feet to make a Constitution saving throw of DC 16. Unless the saving throw is a success, the creature is encased in a field of magical energy until the end of your next turn, or until the creature takes any damage. While encased this way, the creature is incapacitated and has speed of 0. You can use this feature 5 times. You regain all expended uses when you take a long rest. So he can't do anything.
Okay. So you see, as he steps up, he's clutching his spell book, getting ready to face off, and it seems like time just slows down, and he is affected by your spell.
Okay. And I will just walk over to him. Look, you can surrender, and I will end my turn on that.
He cannot speak.
Didn't say that.
He's paralysis. I don't think you can speak.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated. He cannot speak. So it's your turn again. And he doesn't get a saving throw at the end of his turn or anything. It's just
No.
It just ends at the end of your turn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
End of my turn or when he takes damage.
Okay.
I don't want to kill the poor guy. I'm gonna cast.
You also know that as long as you don't do double his HP, that you can opt to do non-lethal. And there are clerics on standby to save his life.
Okay, I'm just gonna go do a tiny little damage. I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on him.
Okay, what's the save?
I don't think there's a save. Oh no, there is. Intelligence 16.
I'm rolling like dog shit. Yeah, that. Yeah, he fails.
Okay, so he takes 1d6 damage. Where can I just cast this? I'm just gonna do roll. Roll 1d6. That's 1.
Plus anything?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just 1 damage.
What the fuck is on your head, Bale?
D4s.
Oh my god. Okay, so he takes 1 damage, and it seems to. Go ahead.
He subtracts 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
1d4. Okay.
Can I roll the D4?
No. All right. From the next saving throw he makes. Okay. So you seemingly knock him out of his temporary stasis, and he's sputtering a little bit. And he's gonna extend his hand out, and he's gonna cast. You're gonna see this orb start forming out of his hand, and he reaches up and just launches it at you as you see this bright green orb come flying at you, and that'll be. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Oh wait, no, I rolled for it. Never mind. Hold on.
Is it below 3rd level?
Yeah.
Got the spell. So it flows. It literally goes at me, and it just literally is being smaller. It's becoming smaller and smaller, and disappears before it hits me.
Okay. Counterspell. You got it. That will be his move.
Okay. Well, I gave you a chance. So don't blame me for this.
I need the money.
You can't win.
Okay.
Fireball.
Damn.
Jesus Christ!
I rolled 3 2s in a row. And then I roll a 3 on the D4. What the fuck? That's a 0 plus nothing.
This is a big arena.
Okay.
That sucks.
That's a
So
0.
8d6. What do I roll the damage on this? Did I cast it already?
Well, I don't know.
Sorry, just bear with me. Also, you can hit on my spell to roll the DC check. Nice measure template. Strange, okay. So 8d6.
8d6. Holy shit.
That's only
14?
14. That's really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, you rolled 4 ones. Okay.
What the
Wow.
So you
That's
see,
some
he just
roll.
takes the brunt of all of this fire as it envelops him. He's still standing.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't really need to do much more.
He's going to try and run out of the fire. Obviously, it's area, and no, I can't go out like this. And you see, let's see how many this is. At the first level, you see 4 glowing, vibrant blue darts shoot out, and they all hit you. So that's 4d4 plus 4 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 12 points of damage.
Ones.
As these glowing blue darts strike you in several places, and it hurts a lot. About as much as your fireball.
Okay.
And that will be your turn.
You know what? I'm just gonna cast another fireball on him.
Damn.
That's enough.
Just like, I'm over this.
Enough
I'm
of this
over
fight.
this.
Right in the center as well.
Okay. DC is 16, you said?
That's right.
He fails. Assuming you don't roll like dog shit. Yeah, how do you want to do this?
26. I think I just throw the fireball and we just can't see him after. He just disappears in flames.
So you see as these flames envelop his body, you hear this ah! As he cries out. His charred body lays on the ground as Tempo stands victorious. And the crowd begins to cheer. Clerics run over and begin rubbing salves and other concoctions on his burnt body, and they drag him off to administer care. They come up to you and they give you a potion to drink that will heal you and give you all the effects of a long rest. But
Oh, nice.
as the fight ends rather quickly, our other friends show up at the same time to catch the last bit of this fight.
Who's winning? Oh, good. It's the little one. Anna, are you doing all right
Hmm?
with the
Yeah.
lack of sleep? You seem to have slept well, but
You don't. You
I
don't seem
don't-
like you slept well.
well, I don't sleep, love.
Well, I know that, but okay. Well, you don't seem like you did the whole elf thing. You know?
No, I didn't. I may have been. I was still dwelling on the events of the day prior. That's
For
why.
8 hours?
We didn't sleep for 8 hours. We slept for 3. Even if I had, I would have gotten not enough meditation time. It takes a while to enter the trance.
Takes 3 hours to enter your trance.
Well, it takes 4 hours to go through the trance. And we had 3. If the tournament starts at 8.
Oh, we're
You
right
got there.
here. At,
You got there at like 11 or 12.
yeah.
Mm. It
Oh,
may
so
have
we
been
slept 11
distracted.
minus 5. We slept like 6 hours.
Oh, okay. I could have technically gotten it.
I slept 6 hours. I'm
What?
sorry. You startled me for 6 hours.
Wait, does Anna know?
She doesn't know that. I'm saying that.
Okay, okay.
She has no way of knowing that. She just woke up and you were like,
Staring
there,
at her.
just, like,
I
staring at
was
her.
pretending to be asleep. As soon as I saw you stir, I was like,
Which is more suspicious.
I was resting my eyes. I could rest my eyes.
Anyways, Anna just says, okay. Well, I don't know a lot about magic, but I think the little one just, incinerated that other guy.
Yes, well, it does make me feel better to know that he's on our side. Where's the sneaky one?
Miss Ravenwood?
Yes. I haven't seen her yet.
Abracadabra to all of the thoughts in my head that I can't control. Oh, it's you two.
Miss Ravenwood,
Hi.
you're here.
Yes, it's me. So did you guys check out the souvenirs? They have some wands that make it look like you know how to do magic.
I'm sorry.
Wands, get your wands. Pretend to do magic.
See? Didn't you guys hear it? See? Look, I can make it glow. Look, I'm tempo and I control time.
You see you see Tabatha has acquired this like cheap shitty wand, and it like does literally nothing but like shoot out a bunch of like little sparks in different colors wherever you point it.
Okay, so
And you see a kid just far off that's like thrown it and it's broken in half, and like it does not stop shooting the sparks and is like kind of dangerous.
I kind of smile at the stupid little thing, and I use thaumaturgy to make it cycle through colors.
Is this your first spell of the morning?
This is thaumaturgy, so it's like a cantrip.
That's a spell.
Okay. Why do you say this?
Roll a
And that's a very ominous way of saying that.
Like, yeah, it's a cantrip if this matters. Hold on, I think for luck. 72.
Why
Doesn't
do you
work.
have a die in your forehead?
It doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Is that allowed?
The fuck? Feniel's like. Okay. Well, that's a cute.
Are you
little
avoid my
sparkler.
lady?
No. Let's get something to eat while we watch this take place. I should probably check in with the King's Guards. Or who's the fellow that we spoke with? The stuffy one. They were all stuffy, if we're being honest, but there was one that was interesting. But he's weird.
About this time, with a swift and graceful stride, a sleek gray tabaxi enters the arena, draped in a grand blue robe that billows behind him. A scent of sea breeze trails in his wake, captivating the senses of those gathered. As the announcer's voice echoes, "Thou dear wave caller, arcanist of the virtuoso spire." And you all notice that his right paw is bandaged. And he's holding
my.
it softly.
Our Tabaxi How uncommon are tabaxi?
Not very.
Oh, okay, they're kind of common.
No, not at all.
Okay, not very common at all.
This is the first one you've probably ever seen.
And it's just like, is that a cat?
Oh, I love cat. Oh, that's not a cat, dear.
Across the arena stands a knight draped in impeccable armor, devoid of any allegiance. Suspended at his side is an empty sword sheath. With his helm cast aside, dark hair cascades around his resolute countenance, and piercing blue eyes gleam with determination. Each step forward is deliberate, I can't fucking read, exuding an aura of confidence as he advances, his focus unwavering and fixed on his opponent, as you hear. Cyril Thormir. And they begin fighting shortly. What are you all doing as you watch this battle commence?
Is there like a funnel cake stand?
Yeah.
Give me
Is
a
there
perception
snacks?
check.
I want to find. I want to find the place where they sell snacks.
There's definitely a snack stand.
22!
You find not a funnel cake, but it is a very sweet treat made of dough and powdered sugar. And it is
What else was
called
Fairy bread.
fairy bread. Yes.
It's fairly good bread.
You see an assortment of pastries, some coffee, as it's still decently early in the day.
I get coffee.
And a lot of fucking booze.
Yay.
Pop off.
It's like 11.
It's like a cruise ship.
And you see the wine is flowing upon all the patrons already. In particular, the closest man, who looks decently dressed, is very deep in his cups already and is stumbling about, making up nonsense and trying to talk to any patron that walks by.
Huh? That sounds like I'm your girl.
Hey, hello. You're quite pretty.
Thanks. From where do you hail, Heltam?
Oh, I'm Lord Dester Draffus of Thormir. How lovely to make your acquaintance, Lady.
Tabatha Ravenwood.
Oh, lovely. I don't know the Ravenwood family, but you're clearly good stock.
Ew.
So, what
You're
brought
like
you
an old
here? What brought you here to the magic competition?
Oh, that's lovely wine. I came for the magic competition.
Ah. Well, any particular
Are you
reason?
married?
Well, let's just
Oh.
say, I'm not available at the moment for courting.
Could I get you some wine or a drink?
I can get my own, thank you. I'm actually just laying my wellness drink.
Let
Yeah.
me get you one. And
Sure.
he stumbles up to the bar. Can I get 3 more glasses of your finest wine? And the bartender's eyeing you closely, like, what the fuck?
Sure.
So she pours 3 glasses of wine. He hands you one and takes 2 and is now double fisting. It's such an auspicious day. How?
So,
Were you
what
at
interests
church?
what interests you in this union of the prince?
Who?
I mean, what's his name?
I don't think we.
Prince Adrian Vigar.
Prince
Yes, Adrian.
Adrian Vigar.
Adrian.
Oh, you're
Was
talking about the prince. Yes, he's a fine man that I'm very well acquainted with, I'll have you know.
I see. So that's why you're here.
Oh, yes. Me and his father go way, way, way back. Great friends. We do lots of trade and things.
Well, are you here with anyone?
Oh, I'm sort of a guest of the crown or something, you know?
All right.
I do
Well, thank
lots
you for
of
this.
trade. Could I call on you sometime, Miss Ravenwood?
Sure.
I will see you soon. Perhaps you could join me in my booth later. And
Sure.
have some fun. And he sort of stumbles off, and if you were to check on him, he would be passed the fuck out in about 5 minutes.
Nice.
What are the-
Peniel's watching all of this and nibbling on her dough like, oh.
Yeah, that was really cringy to even do. I was like, this is really gross.
See, and did you already go over who the lady next to the queen is?
Next to the queen?
Agnel to the queen?
Oh, that you would recognize her as one of the princesses.
Oh, okay.
So you you see up in the booths there's
At
an
least
assortment of dukes and duchesses and people that you don't recognize, but you have presumably ran into or at least seen from a distance every member of the royal family. So up in their booth you see the king and queen, the crown prince with Lady Fleur Dumont at his side. Behind the crown prince is Prince Xander Vigar and Princess Catherine Vigar in the back as well. You see the crown's guard up there is a few of them are in the booth, and the one princess, Princess Isadora Vigar, is missing.
Xander's the asshole, right? That I was warned about?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
So as the games commence and you all casually watch, some maybe closer than others, you see a magistrate of the, or an arcanist of the virtuoso, somebody that has been rumored to even rival at least the power of Tempo. The one who's been causing a ruckus, began firing off spells, and is holding his own for a while. And then this knight clad in armor is going toe to toe with him. Seemingly, the spells are having a lot less effect than they should. And you in particular, Tempo, would recognize this. But as the fight comes to a close, Thaldir casts a massive tidal wave that just crushes, pushing Cyril back against the wall, his body slamming against it. And with one quick look, a spell gets sent out, and Thaldir falls to his knees, ending the battle with Cyril Thormir, victor of this magic game. I didn't prepare that. But anyway. So Cyril is victorious, beating out someone at least comparable to your strength, Tempo.
Okay. Interesting.
and seemingly a knight, which is rather odd. However, we will go into if you all want to do anything. If not, Tempo, you know your round is about to come up.
I'm just curious. Who are these very pale people over here?
You're gonna
Where
have
the pale people? Oh,
Yes, in
That-
the blue tent. I'm like, these people are
Oh.
so pale.
that is House Dumont.
Okay, I was like, who's
And you see,
that's it.
as it's called your attention, apparently, that's House Dumont, and you see the Duke Dumont, Dowager Duchess Dumont, his younger brother Percy Dumont, and his wife, formerly House Zaiden, who is now a Dumont, Duchess Zara Dumont, are all in attendance as they clap, and you see the Duke's eye is not on the games, but is on the crown's tent, keeping an eye on his sister more than anything else.
Yeah, you see where Lady the Man gets it. They all look the same. The
Yeah.
exact same.
Yeah, they're all related.
Can I do something real quick?
Sure.
I'm gonna move over towards. How do I ping?
Just
Thinking
move
it's
yourself.
Just like holding.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the other side of here, and I'm gonna make contact with that guy that we saw last time when we were in that meeting. See who I'm going for?
Oh, Duke Varro? Or Lord Chancellor Varro?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you... It's not that easy, because you have to go around some stairs and go up, but
Yeah.
you easily can find your way up there. But you are first halted by some guards. And as there's commotion of, halt! Who are you?
I'm Feniel Faraday. I'm a representative from the Norian Council with the Order of Talvor.
Shouldn't you be dead?
Unfortunately,
Holy
my
shit.
comrades fell, but fret not, I am still here. Now move.
Or what? You hear, now, that's enough. Let her in. And they kind of shoulder check you on your way in.
So
I'm gonna. I guess I can't thaumaturge.
You could certainly try.
Okay, I make his nose glow red.
With
Thaumaturgy.
your finger? Give me a 1d100.
Just like boop.
I just want it to work. Let's see. 20?
As you try to subtly cast this spell, you feel something deep inside of you grab hold. As you reflect on yesterday's events, where does Finiel's mind go as this spell does not happen yet again?
Hades abandons me. I know that balance cannot be achieved by squashing another or manipulating. It happens naturally and should not be tampered with in this way. Yet he betrays me. But the strong, putting down the weak, is not balance. The strong have to keep the strong on leash. And sometimes you have to yank. And sometimes there's death. But that's not of Hades. You wouldn't betray me for this, would you?
And as you're contemplating that, we're ushered back to reality as Verde, what are you doing? Quit daydreaming.
Yes. My apologies. I had quite the evening pursuing what I thought was our assailants from yesterday.
Oh, trust me, you've cost me quite a deal with your lack thereof of results. I've spent all morning dealing with your headache that you and your companions caused.
I wouldn't say we caused it.
Did my associate not tell you something was going on and you let it happen either way?
How do you know it wasn't going to be worse? We scared off whoever was going to attack.
And who was it then? Would you care to tell me the details? Everyone out. When you see like several women, another man stand up and all exit the tent. The guards standing in the barrier, and tones become a little bit more hush.
Well, it appeared to be people that were disguised. There was one man that was charmed and blocking our way. We tried to get through. He unfortunately bloodied himself in the fray, and one of the conspirators got involved as well. But unfortunately they did make it out quickly, as I was gravely wounded.
I see, so you can't even carry yourself well.
Oh,
Should I turn my
Were you there
eyes
at
to
all?
Should I
You just-
turn my eyes somewhere else? Are you going to bring results? Can I help you with your eye roll? Should I send you packing? Fair day.
Holy shit! I'll get results. Just be patient and
And a
if they're not
different
the results you
attitude.
want, don't be surprised. I want
Be
out.
gone. Lest you be
Fuck
the
am I supposed to-
next dead Talvor.
How am I supposed to get results when I'm trying to fucking that's not the right thing?
You have
Anyways.
to talk to the biggest asshole in this fucking place.
I forgot he was like the biggest asshole. I thought he was. I can't remember which one was like the accommodating one.
Not him. Not
Fuck.
him.
Okay.
This is Tabatha's friend that like shit talks her at every
Oh.
second.
Dear God.
Yeah, it's fun to
Okay.
be in the hot seat, isn't it?
Ugh.
So
And it's not even your birthday anymore. Have fun.
I know.
I'm gonna see her talking to him. And can I come by just to say hi?
Blech.
So as you approach, you wait till she leaves. Yes.
Yes.
So as she leaves, you
And can I do a perception check to see if she, or like, would it be insight just to look at her and see if she looks flustered?
give me an insight check.
Okay, insight. And so insight would be +5. 21.
What check would you make for this?
Probably like a deception to kind of try and
Yeah,
like make
yeah,
my
I like that.
composure.
Give me a deception check with disadvantage.
And with the 1 point of exhaustion, do I do disadvantage as well?
You don't have a point of exhaustion. Only
Oh,
Finiel does.
sweet.
I got a 12.
Oh,
You
very
definitely not.
flustered.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my
I keep
god! What is all this exhaustion stuff
I
going
keep
across
giving
this-
myself more exhaustion instead of taking it away.
You are unwell.
You are unwell. You recognize Finiel to be in a very similar situation to you in the past. And the Lord Chancellor has his ways of truly being a cunt. And you recognize that. As you step up to the guards, as Finiel makes her way out, and the guards, recognizing you, nod, step aside and let you in, and the Lord Chancellor is the only one in the tent at this moment. Ravenwood.
Ah, my lord. How are you enjoying the festivities?
I'm not.
I saw my companion looked a bit flustered, and I was wondering if there's any questions I could answer to you about status of our endeavors.
What happened yesterday?
Well, I'm not sure. There's may have been a disease of the mind.
Ravenwood,
Yes.
haven't I told you to speak plainly?
Yes. I think that one of the soldiers in the Order of Talvor seemed to be very deeply troubled. I couldn't tell if magic or otherwise, but he did indeed take some of the others captive and was rambling about some type of involvement of the drow and the king and the crown, and before we knew it there was fighting that ensued, and honestly he had killed many of the others, and he seemed to have passed from some of his own wounds.
And what of this affair day? Can they handle themselves?
Who's Fede?
Finiel
Finiel.
Ferday.
I know her as Finiel. Yeah, she can handle herself.
Is that why she almost fell in battle?
When did she fall?
It's her words, not mine.
I just got close and then I was okay.
She's confused. I was there. What had happened was, is we were trying to figure out how to calm the mind of this person that is part of her order, and she
By the way,
was taken aback by this. And by taken back, it's more the principle of disorder within the Order Talvor, rather than her actually physically falling.
It does seem so.
Yeah.
What
But
other
she
news
kept her
do you
cool.
have of her?
Of her, to be honest, I haven't paid her much mind. Besides, I can't tell if she just doesn't trust me or if she's just obsessed with me, but she seems to follow me quite closely. But,
I
well,
see.
that might be more for my personal journal than your knowledge. But since you asked, thanks for asking.
Sure. And what of the ring I gave you? Has it been
The
done?
ring. Well,
Well,
is this the ring that I have had for a while?
it's the ring that he gave you on the very first session,
Remember,
about 20 days ago.
when
And
I he
told you to give it to Lady Dumont, or not to give it to her, but to put it in her possession.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. It must have slipped my mind throughout all the festivities
lord.
and disorder of Tavor. So I'm going to give this ring to Lady Dumont. It's on my to-do list for today, actually. Thank
Make
you
sure
for the
you're
reminder.
not noticed, Ravenwood.
Well, you know how my tiny fingers can make things disappear, so shouldn't be a problem.
Yes, as my
Always a
pen stroke
pleasure.
could make your beloved disappear.
You have such a way with words, Lord Chancellor, that motivate me, despite me not having my focus potion this morning. Thank you for all you do. And as always, adieu, adieu.
Adieu, adieu, Ravenwood. As egos and feelings are scorned, yet again the knight who just prevailed steps back on the battlefield. His cold stare now fixated upon Tempo as you arrive yet again in the arena. Roll initiative.
Ah, shit, I forgot to say that I'm casting that spell again.
Oh, you can do that.
Okay. Then I would do that the same, because it's technically kind of like ability.
Yeah. Just, I'm
Wow.
gonna assume you're gonna have a D8 on your fucking initiative.
Initiative.
Is it a spell?
It's not exactly a spell. So it's a feature.
Okay, then that would not.
It's a feat, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. That would not work then.
Yeah, it's a feat.
That'll be a. That's a dirty 20.
1 second. I rolled it. It said there is no combat encounter
Oh,
on the
it's
current
because they're
screen.
not. Hold on. Where's your token? There it is. Add you to the combat encounter. There you go. Should be able to roll it.
Try again.
There we go.
27.
27. Why'd you have a D4, 8 or something?
I have like loads and loads.
That's fucking crazy. You know what? Get the fuck out of here.
I should always be first in initiative. That's the whole point of this class.
Honestly, just go die. I hope you get a nat 1, you dirty bitch. My anger is turned away from the fucking sleight of hand bullshit to you in initiative.
Be nice.
Never. Combat time.
Let's go.
So unfortunately, you get to go first.
Up tempo.
I will look at him and I will say, well, you cannot hit what you cannot see. Time will flow differently here now. And all of a sudden you can see like the wind is just starting to blow in a circle all around me, and the little pieces of gravel just keep going up and cover the whole of me. And I cast Blink on myself. Which basically means that I will disappear every time
Counter spell.
at the end of my turn. Do you want me to read it?
I said counter spell.
Oh, counter spell. I will counter spell your count. No, would I?
That's a 3rd level spell, bitch.
It is. I will counter spell your counter spell.
Okay, mark both your 3rd level spell slots then.
Very well. Okay, so blink.
I've got it right.
Roll. Okay.
So roll a d20 at the end of your turn if you're done. 11 or higher, you vanish.
Well, I will do Chrono Shift.
Okay. That's a reaction.
That is a reaction that I can't
You
think
can't do it.
counter spell. I can't do it.
So as the gravel starts shifting, this power zaps out as he just casually raises his hand to almost say, no, no. And then you have to counterspell his counterspell, and then it doesn't work. But you know it's not from him stopping it. It just did not happen. So.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, that's fun.
D&D's fun.
D&D's fun.
Okay, it's only the first time.
He's going to run up to you, and I think he can get in range. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep. What's your AC? 16?
17.
17. He rolled a 16. Okay. So he reaches out and grabs you. And you feel this necrotic energy start to build up. And then you tear away and get out of his grasp before it takes effect.
Okay.
And he looks pissed. It's your turn.
Okay. We will do... First of all, I will use one of my feats.
Why do you have 2 giant balls? 3 giant balls.
Okay, I will use Rabbit Hop. As a bonus action, you can jump 15 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. You can use it 3 times and regain all blah blah. So basically 15 feet away from him.
Okay.
Let me just measure 15 feet. So like that.
I'm stressed about this fight.
Me too. You know what? No, I believe in tempo.
Okay, and then I'm going to move my whole move thing,
Okay.
which is 30 feet. Although before that, let me just
Wait,
look
did
at
you
the
make sure?
distance of the spell. Okay, that's more than enough. 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, very well. And we're gonna cast a big one! Fireball.
All right.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So you cast out this fireball, and it's a dexterity saving throw, correct?
That is right.
So go ahead and roll damage.
I was waiting for Noelle to just be like, he doesn't try and dodge.
Hmm.
I haven't
Oh, God.
narrated what happens.
Don't
yet.
need to.
So as this fire flares up and begins to consume him, much like you've seen in your previous fight, the fire starts dying down immediately and begins being pulled into him and goes out.
Yeah. Can I ask if he succeeded on the saving throw then?
You cannot.
If that's the case, I can do a reaction though.
Okay. He failed the saving throw.
Failed. Alright. So no damage? 22 damage.
He looks unaffected.
Okay. Oh my god, it's not my lucky day. 5, so I'm not disappearing.
Do we, like, notice that this spell has had no effect on this guy?
Everyone watched these flames that were massive, 30-foot radius, be sucked into him.
Yes. Okay.
He is going to now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Send his hand out and say, not so fast. And flames erupt from his hand at you. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. 10. No, 14. But I have a reaction if I fail.
You pass.
Okay.
That'll be 22 halved to 11 damage.
Oh my god.
Flames strike out at you.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Oh.
That took a way bigger chunk than I expected out of your health.
Oh, I
And
need to do concentration.
you have to make a concentration check.
Okay,
He
but
is
How did
10.
a nat 20 there?
Right.
It's not an F20. It's a
no, it's not.
No.
It wasn't?
Yeah. It just, I don't know why it looks green.
Oh yeah. It, okay.
Maybe
Oh,
couldn't
I
pass.
see.
Yeah, I think it's just meant that you passed.
Yeah, probably. Okay, that'll be your go.
Okay. And now the problem begins.
The problem
Because
already started.
I'm more of a support mage. I don't really have much damage spell.
Oh shit.
Um,
Maybe I should have gone into the fight.
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna cast
It's magic today, so.
Wither and Bloom.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah,
You
right?
can heal yourself though.
Exactly, that's why I'm casting it. That should hit both of us.
That's a 12 plus 6. He saves.
And he saves. I will do Chrono Shift for him,
Okay.
which basically he needs to redo the roll.
That's a nat 20.
Oh.
Okay, now. Okay.
Oh.
Does he not take damage with that? I don't know.
No, he
Let's
still
see.
takes half damage.
Okay. And I heal myself, right?
And you still get to heal. Yeah. So you roll one. I don't know what level you cast it at. Well, you only have second
Second.
level. So you roll one of your hit die, which I think is a D6.
Is it? Okay. Let's see. So 1d6. Second level?
Yes, it's a D6. 1d6
Oh my god, that's a 1!
plus your spell modifier.
That's a 5, I think. Let's see.
So you heal for 6 points. And did you roll the damage? It's 10 damage.
I did, yes.
I think this is the first damage you've dealt to him.
Really? Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna disappear. Come on.
Come on, baby. Get a good roll. Damn.
Let's go.
Kidding me?
Natural 1.
That is.
What's happening?
What the fuck? Do you have real dice?
No.
What's your address? I'll send you real dice right now so you don't have to roll these again. What the fuck?
I am so sorry. Make a Constitution saving throw.
The way he said, I'm so sorry. Go ahead and do this for me.
What the
Oh my
fuck?
god, what is going on?
Yeah, that fails.
You need to turn.
Do I still have a reaction?
No, you use Chrono Shift.
Okay, okay.
Is there karmic dice in here?
No. That's 15 points of thunder damage as the as the sky begins to storm, and you feel this thunderous sound just reverberate from his body as he stares at you intently, and you take that damage. You keep concentration. It's your turn. How you looking, bud?
I am almost down. Can't really do much to him, to be honest.
Yeah.
How, can I ask, is that like a darkness thing around him, or is it just...
No.
Okay.
That was his wither and bloom. I
yeah,
can give
that
rid
was
of this.
the wither and bloom. Okay. How bloody does the other guy look?
Give me a
Is it not
perception.
at all?
Okay. I wanna maybe do something, but I'm just thinking about it.
It'd be nice if you guys help. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a barrier. That's the issue. And then I'm having magic issues, which is
Well,
fun.
what I'm hoping to do is not really magic, per se. Where's my roll?
You're gonna throw
Did I not
something
roll?
at him? And it's gonna jump down there and start beating his ass. Tempo, cast haste, please. Don't worry, I got this.
Not anymore.
Why did you not want to roll? What happened?
I might be
Oh,
too
there-
low level to fight him.
That was so
Hey,
weird.
Your passive. Your passive's higher. He looks just fine.
Jesus Christ.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Okay. I can. I mean, is this magical? It's not. It's not technically a spell. Is it? No, it is a spell.
What are you trying to do?
No, I was just thinking of doing something. I'm like, no, that
Think
is.
about
me.
it.
You tell me what it is, and I'll tell you if you can do it or not, or what it will take. Talk-
no,
talk
it's
out
fine.
loud
It's
to
a
the class.
secret. It's a secret.
Okay, well then I can't help you.
Yes. Well, too bad. Tempo, you're on your own. I don't have anything that is not like technically a spell.
So that was
Okay.
Tempo's turn.
No. Can I ask, is there any rules to this fight that if he goes out of bounds or anything like that, he's out?
You're
I clearly
gonna-
can't beat him.
I mean, you're not sure
If
of the
he goes-
rules, but you could try that. I'm not sure how you could get him out of there, because
Very
you
well.
are in an arena with 10-foot high walls, but you could try.
Fine. I'm gonna try trickery then,
Okay.
because I can't win. Otherwise. I'm gonna use momentary stasis to hold him just in place with time.
Okay. In the meantime, can I try and find, like, so you know how there's the doors where they exit and stuff? Are there doors on this side of the Colosseum by where they're fighting? Like down, I'm down in the pits right now.
There is like, you can see through it, but there's not a door.
That's fine. I can see through it into the area. Okay.
Well, there's probably still a barrier there.
I'm gonna just try it. Oh, this is 3rd level, sick. I'm gonna do a little life transference.
Give me a 1d100.
But this better work. You better work.
Ladies, guide me! 28?
How bad do you want this to work?
I don't want to be exhausted.
It doesn't
gonna-
work.
Break my ass. God damn it.
Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Time stop, bitch.
You don't have that spell.
Oh, like momentary
Oh.
stasis.
Oh yeah, he failed. I was like, you definitely do not have that 8th level spell.
Okay. So whilst he's stasis and he can't do anything,
Mm-hmm.
Tempo is gonna get next to him and kind of very gently, like put him on the ground so he doesn't take any damage.
Okay.
So he's lying on the ground. like dead.
Gingerly put this armored knight on the ground. And
I'm
use
gonna
that
I'm
throw.
gonna make like a spectacle. Like I'm having my what weapon do I have
Way
in my
with
hand?
him.
That's as well. I'm gonna have my staff and like put it at his throat, but really like hold him at the back. So I just put him on the ground.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it looks like I'm fighting him. I'm really not. Because I don't want him to take damage because otherwise he's gonna wake up.
Right. Okay. I'll allow it.
And I'm gonna say to the crowd, do you want me to kill him?
Yeah.
And I look at the fucking judges like, come on, love! Stop the fight now! And I raise my staff, because I've already used my action really, so I can't really do anything else. And I look at them, do they do anything? They stop the fight?
No.
Right, I'm just gonna
That was
try my
planned?
luck. I was trying to pretend that if I'm gonna kill him, they're gonna stop me and they're gonna disqualify him, because he's on the ground, he's defenseless.
Aw.
Oh, babes.
But apparently not! So,
No.
I'm just gonna be... So, to be honest, I moved next to him.
Yeah.
So let me move. And then, so that was 10 feet. I'm gonna do bonus action hop, which is 15 feet. And then another 20 feet, so 35 feet up. It's about the... Okay. Maybe no, I'm not killing him like that. Gonna move away. And... Fuck you now, fuck me.
That sucks. You've had the
What the-
worst rolls on that.
I know.
So it's your
Ah.
turn again,
Yup.
because he cannot make a saving throw against this.
Nope.
So,
I'm
What are we
gonna
doing?
just say...
now that you've wasted your other, like, everything.
I'm gonna keep stacking it. He's already incapacitated. Just declare me the winner. And I look at the judges. I'm gonna use the same ability again.
So he'll get saving throw, we'll say at disadvantage. Fails. Now
Guess I
what?
can't do anything. I'm gonna move a little bit closer to the king. Sire, do you not think this is a waste of time?
There's no response.
Very well. I'm just gonna finish my turn.
There's a chanting in the crowd. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
I'm not doing that. And I just disappear.
Okay. It's your turn again.
Okay, so I reappear. And I'm like,
Why don't you just blink glass?
the whole
1
all of
minute.
his turn. Yeah, 10 rounds. I can't really do anything. Like he's gonna batter my ass if I hit him. So I'm just gonna do the same thing again.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the judges and be like, come on! Give me the win. Momentary
Fails
state.
again.
Go.
We're gonna go right back to your turn. What are you doing? Because they're not ending the fight.
And is there no way that they're gonna end it? Like, do I think that there is no way of continuing this?
They're gonna end it with someone drops to 0. They can tell that you're using a spell.
Okay. Okay. Very well. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on him then.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have a choice.
You get advantage.
Oh, wait.
You get advantage because he's paralyzed.
No, I understand now. I just don't understand what this thing is doing. Choose what to do with the previous spell. With previous? Oh, because it's posted it. Okay, sorry. So attack is 21
That
to hit.
Hits. Was that with advantage?
Oh no, that was without.
Roll it again, just see if you get a nat
9
20.
damage. Okay, let me roll a standard. Roll 1d20, and I get +8 to it. I do not. Okay. 9 damage,
9 cross damage. Right?
and
As
he
his
takes.
stasis is broken.
Yeah, that's fine. And 10 feet less movement.
Okay.
That's it. Actually, no. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move over here.
I follow.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'm gonna get up to the door where he left out of.
Okay.
And I'm going to once again try and cast Life Transference.
1d100.
Would I be able to do this stealthily if I did pull it off?
We'll resolve that if you can even cast the spell.
$57?
Nope.
Good luck, bud.
So he is going to run 30 feet, which is his movement. Use his action to
Didn't be
dash
20 because of the Ray of Frost.
20 feet. That is correct. He's going to he's going to dash to get within ish range.
Okay.
And then I need to make a dexterity saving throw. As he action surges.
Thank you. That is 10.
Okay, you got some bullshit. You failed it, so
Okay, I am gonna do reactions. I am going to use Lucky Footwork. When I fail at the dexterity saving throw, I get to roll a d4 to turn the fail into positive. So 14.
you meet it, so you win. However, let's see if this is gonna be close. Okay. Why is this not fucking working? Oh, it's the wrong person. Hold on. How did I fuck up this bad? So sorry, so sorry.
Let me actually look up the elf staff that I'm not getting.
No one said that.
That is if Tabatha doesn't steal it during the game.
Right. Oh, that's really high.
That's not what I wanted to hear. Did you just kill Tempo?
No, not quite. You see, yet again, it's almost as if he drew a sword with his hand flicked out. Fire flashes out towards you, and as soon as it gets to your arms, it's though he pulled it back. My cat is playing with my dice. And he takes a knee and says, I yield.
This is the face Danielle makes too.
As the crowd is very confused as well. And the announcer goes, can we do that? Victor! Magistrate Tempo Ralph Lux. As Tempo
Weird as fuck.
wins. When you look back, he's gone. As though he quickly evaded or something else.
Hmm. Okay.
But
Is there any way I could notice if he was actually real?
give me an Arcana check. As I kill my cat, he's playing with my fucking D8.
That's 22.
He's real. He probably used the spell to leave quickly. As you were taking in what the fuck just happened.
Okay, I'll take it.
But as you are somehow victorious, what are you doing?
I'm guessing no one is cheering, so I'm just gonna slowly.
There's
No.
not much cheering. There's a lot of like hush whispers, like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's exactly my feeling. I'm just gonna go and rest. Thank you.
Yet again, you are offered the potion and you get a long rest.
Danielle sees you and he goes, What? What?
I don't know.
Have you ever met him before?
I don't believe
Are we-
so.
Are we all aware that this is like a really rare thing that doesn't happen in Magic tournaments?
This has never happened in your experience, and you've been very well in depth in the tournament scene.
Yes. Like, I'm gonna go find Feniel and presumably Tempo downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
I didn't know people were allowed to do that.
Well, neither did I. And I don't understand why he would. He had me. Clearly.
Weird.
I will definitely need to remember his name, which was
Cyril Thormere.
the real Thorn.
And Anna, I don't know if you want to share this information, but you might have some insight into.
Yeah. So, Tormir. Well, just looking at something. Yeah. So exactly what's the extent of what I know about this guy?
I don't think you know anything about him, but you might know, like, he's not of noble birth. And why,
Yeah.
and where he hails from.
Yeah, Tormir.
Wait,
Yeah.
how is he not noble when the city's Thormere?
So, well, like, I feel like this would be like a common knowledge
It
thing.
would be more of a common knowledge, but I'll let you explain it as.
Yes. So, I'm just gonna do this in character, and it just says so strange to see, a bastard like him competing in a tournament like this.
Bastard, did you say?
Yeah, and that
What do
he
you
will
know?
use his whole name in here while
And-
in Tormir. Insane.
And you all
Oh.
realize, which is knowledge that you would have known, anyone who is born a bastard and lives is born in that city is named after the city.
That makes sense.
Yes, and it just says it's so strange that he will use his full name while living in Tormir.
Hmm. I wonder who he's the bastard of.
I don't really know of anyone that would like to broadcast so openly that they're a bastard.
Hmm.
Well, if he's a knight, then wouldn't he be like above just being called a bastard?
Well, it depends who he's the bastard of.
If I may interject,
He was, I will say, above table, he was never introduced as a knight. It was just simply his name.
if I may interject, why is it, Tempo, that you want to never forget his name?
Well, he was clearly more powerful than expected, especially for magic games. I might not be the best at fighting, but his power was overwhelming. Plus, the way he took the fire inside him, that's very interesting.
Well,
Open him up and check what's going on in there.
as you may know, I have my sources if we're wanting to find out more about this.
Oh,
Potential ally is what I'm hearing.
Yes, that would be marvelous.
I don't
And
know
then,
how
Sai,
easy.
I got this.
I don't know how
Yeah.
easy that will be. There has to be like hundreds of people named Tormir. This is a really large city.
One would argue
Potentially.
thousands.
Yeah.
But not as powerful as him, that's for sure.
It'll be pretty easy to pin down. It's the one at the Magic Games. Anyways, so now remind me, why exactly did he give up? Do we know?
I have no clue. He clearly got me with the next attack.
I will be right back.
Well, he gave up the Eldritch Staff and a large sum of gold, I believe.
Exactly.
Why did he want
Someone-
us to have it?
Maybe it was just a display of his strength.
It really makes no sense. And, you know, he wasn't really holding back in you before. It's so
No.
weird that he will suddenly choose to give up.
I think
No,
it
it
wasn't
seemed-
for us.
He was showing his power to someone, not necessarily us. Maybe a display of his abilities for a job in the future?
Or a father.
Potentially. You never know, he might be the bastard of the king.
True. Though I wouldn't say anything like that too loud. But the... Oh, that would be potentially very rough on a wedding, eh?
Yeah,
Just,
the fact
like-
that he's come out of nowhere in these kind of proceedings does make me suspicious. Nonetheless, I'm hearing 4 other votes to figure out more about Zervel Thormir.
Yes. Please, let's do
I
Cyril Thormir. You never get names
Cyril.
right.
There's too many names.
It's
Anyways,
Cyril.
Oh, I was like-
Cyril?
EY, I spelled
Sir?
CE.
Yeah. So
I wrote
Cyril.
Sora. He had nothing to do with this. Like, we're all.
It's all
None of
over
us
the
know
place.
this guy's name. How are we even gonna find him?
Cyril.
We don't even know his name.
Right. You're like, which Thormir?
and if I may, I have 2 things to complete after these magic celebrations.
Tabatha.
Mhm.
I thought we'll be a little bit, more powerful in these games, but it seems I might have a bit exaggerated my fighting abilities. But maybe a little potion or tonic, from yourself could boost me up
Hmm.
for the next match.
Oh, you have another match today?
Do I?
Announcing for the semi-final. I don't remember his fucking name. You see, Zephyra Nightshade of Agolis. And
Oh, that one lady.
Princess Isadora Vigon.
What?
Fuck?
Oh shit. She's got some mad power too.
Yeah,
So,
nobody was-
as this is being announced, that was just me telling you, you are in you are in the final. You will fight
Okay.
whoever's next.
One more fight. So yes, that will be fighting the final.
Okay.
So
Not
Darling, is that
asking for
possible?
something. Okay.
And I'll see what I can do. I don't know.
I can try and give you and I'm just gonna try and cast guidance on him. I'm
Well, I mean-
just seeing if I get anything going.
Okay. 1d100, you know the drill.
35.
Nothing.
We'll figure something out for you, and I just turn it into a pat on the shoulder.
Can we all see?
Baby?
You
Give
try
me a
to cast.
deception check, because you've casted several spells that have not worked in front of them.
I roll in that one.
You've seen Finiel try to cast several mini spells that will not work. And they're getting more and more flustered and upset, potentially. I think.
Yeah, Anna like looks at you like deeply concerned and says, "My lady, are you okay?"
I have to take a shit. And then I scurry to the bathroom.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna try. I'm in the toilet area. I closed the stall door. I'm gonna try and make, like, my hands glow.
Hiding in the bathroom, frantically trying to cast light.
55.
No.
I try and make them glow again.
You can't, because at this time,
Who's gonna interrupt me shitting?
you can keep trying, but we're not gonna keep rolling.
Okay. Uh-oh. This is a problem.
As striking figure amidst the gathering dusk, Finio, you can't see it because you pretended to shit. Cloaked in the flowing obsidian robes, their presence commands attention. They have an ethereal glow, and their eyes are striking violet. Whispers stir through the crowd as they move with a measured grace, exuding an aura of enigmatic power. Their gaze locks on their adversary, Princess Vigar. An expression of quiet confidence etched upon their features as they prepare to unleash the arcane might once more upon this field of battle. As the low whispers of panic and fear ripple through the crowd, a sudden eruption of cheers and applause shatters the tension like a bolt of lightning. With regal grace, Princess Isadora Vigar strides into the arena, her golden hair cascading like molten sunlight behind her. A smirk dances upon her lips. Her carefree and relaxed demeanor, a stark contrast to the charged atmosphere. With a confident gaze, fixed upon her opponent, she exudes an aura of unwavering assurance.
Hearing the cheers, I'm gonna leave the toilet and head back to the group.
As you make your way up, you see the drought unleashes yet again a flurry of these dark bolts cascading at her. Some coming as feathers, some less practiced and less consolidated, and just primal rage as you see 6 flurries go at the princess.
Jeez.
She stands unbothered as you see this field. She looks away from her opponent, actually, looking to the stands, waving, as this field erupts around her, as you see all these bolts just cascade into this seemingly anti-magical field and just dissipate as if nothing. Well, well, well. Don't we have a show upon our hands? This should be fun. Bow.
Jesus.
And you see the drow, in a fury of anger, just bow down and get on her knees before her. Well,
Oh,
you see, this should be fun, shouldn't it? Now die. As you see the drow writhing in pain upon the ground. Not yet. we have a spectacle to uphold. Show me what you have. As the pain ends, she stands up, her cloak billowing behind her, and you see a storm start forming over the arena as lightning starts striking down everywhere. Inside the bubble, not hitting patrons, but you see several offshoots start striking, and as soon as it does, the barrier absorbs it and pushes it aside, protecting those outside the field. Wow. This is fun. Princess Isadora extends her hand, willingly gets shocked by one of these crazy bolts. It racks through her body seemingly. She lowers her hand, and you see more lightning than you've ever seen in your life come from a spell, rack out of her body, shunting this drow to the ground, and then sliding her across the arena, slamming her head, unconscious, into the wall. Cheers
Papper,
erupt!
do you want me to write a doctor's note for you?
Cheers erupt as the crowd is enamored by their princess. I'm so sorry it was so short. Perhaps my next opponent will not be. But thank you so much. As she steps off the field to take her rest, unaffected by anything.
I could say you have the measles, the mumps, rubella,
Anything?
COVID.
I can't hear you if you're speaking. COVID-19. COVID-84.
COVID-84.
I appreciate you trying, darling, but I'll be okay. Need to finish this now.
As Princess Isadora steps out into the light in her father's tent, trumpets blare. Now, my lovely people that have joined us on this amazing day, hopefully celebrating my new sister-in-law and my brother soon. I would like to extend this offer to my next opponent, the magistrate of the Virtuoso, who has so tirelessly helped in all of the magical laws of the land. I, regardless of this outcome, will give you the prize, as I do not need it myself. I only ask, Tempo, wherever you are amongst the crowd, that we have a great show for the people and have a drink after. Let us all have a great celebration as the crowd erupts. And you have a little bit of time to talk amongst yourselves or prepare anything.
Tempo, buddy, she's gonna fucking destroy you.
Well, there's not much I can do about that, can I? Clearly, I should have lost in the last round. What am I still doing here?
I'm
Can I leave?
trying to ask bless. 41.
Can we still see Fenia
Yeah.
doing the whole component thing?
So good luck, oh boy. And I walk away.
Oh, that's good.
Would you
Well-
make a religion check for me, Finio?
It is religion. Oh no.
Your god has forsaken you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Man, what is this episode? Oh, that is so cocked. It's literally no. It literally landed point side up between
And that's
my
how
phone
your
and the other
god
thing.
feels about you, bitch.
That was your god saying,
That's
"Okay."
19. Oh wait, I guess that would be no. Oh, sorry, that's a dirty 20.
Originally, after this mess, you asked of Hades, why have you forsaken me? There's not a response. There's been no response all day. Your magic keeps failing you over and over and over and over.
Oh.
Where does your mind go when you can't do the things that you need to do in this moment? To protect the people around you, to save those, to create this divine equilibrium that you have been chosen to do. Why now has it failed you?
Feniel searches her thoughts. While I myself did not kill my comrades, I did have a hand in their departure. Or perhaps it is me at my core that is wrong. And anything I get is just a blessing. Because I failed my parents. How could I not fail here as well? I failed to protect those who needed protecting. Now that I have power, I didn't use it well.
You see a vision. It's almost like you're recalling a memory, but it's a little bit more force than that. You see the dead body of 3 of your companions. 3 members of the Order of Talvor. 3 members that pledged their life to protect the elves, protect your religion, protect Avades with their life. And you watched them die. You had a hand in it. You did not break a pact, but you might as well have.
Fuck.
You recall that time, and you just hear, as you're pulled back out of this moment, as though the wind itself says it, you made a choice. And Tempo, it's your turn.
I guess before Tempo goes in, I'm going to like put my hand on his shoulder and say, like I crouch and I put my hand on his shoulder and I go like I believe in you, buddy. Do your best. But I'm gonna cast heroism on him.
Okay, tell me what that looks like.
So heroism in this case doesn't really look like anything, but like there's like a little specific fire behind Tempo's eyes now.
Okay, there's
He's
just
like
this light little
imbued
glint.
with confidence.
Okay.
It's like his skin is glowing.
I'll
Right. And then you can hear little Tempo saying, I will kill her.
So I'm going to
What? That's the princess.
before you go in, let's see.
So you're
Finiel, can you
just,
make a
like,
wisdom saving throw?
I'm just gonna put this out there so you know what it does.
With advantage.
Yes, please.
So I'm gonna use, I'm gonna say, Tempo, I may not have magic, but I do have peculiar items. Is there a question that you have that you need the true answer for before you go into your battle?
How do I win?
Do you have an idea of how you might win?
Well, not really.
Okay.
I'm not a battle mage. I deal with time.
Okay. I will go ahead, watch, and I take out my whispering coin, and I tell it, all right, It's been a while since we've talked. Hi, God. Tempo is wondering
Hi, Game
how-
Master.
Hi, God. How can he win when he's not a battle mage but only a master of time? And I flip the coin and I wait its answer.
It's supposed to be a yes or no, right?
I don't know, it says that the answer is always truthful, but it can be cryptic.
Okay. He should not die.
Okay.
It is truthful but often cryptic. Well, the coin has said that you should not die in this encounter. Now, its
To win.
answers are often...
That's what you asked. To win, he should not die.
Oh my god, thank you. That solves everything.
No problem.
Here I was planning on dying. How stupid of me.
Well,
That was so
That's-
helpful. I will be sure to be as helpful to you next time you need help.
it's the coin. Sorry, it's all
Yeah.
I have.
Politicians blame other people as well.
As Tempo starts stepping out, Finio, what was that wisdom save?
It was 18.
You feel this darkness creeping up inside of you.
What was the save, bitch? Did I
I'm
fail?
not done.
Uh,
As you look back on this feeling and the horrors you just saw, when you look down at your hands and that coldness dissipates as your hands begin to light up as your magic has returned. And Timbo, you're fighting.
Yay!
Also,
That's right.
Benny, I'll
I'm
throw
going
the mouth a
to-
little.
this is not like a actual thing, I guess. I'm going to extend my aura of protection over to Tempo. So if you're 10 feet from me, you have a +3 on all of your saves. But you have to be 10 feet away from me or less.
So you could
just-
try and figure that out, but this is a
Yeah.
very big arena.
Yeah. I'm just doing it in case you care to, like, if you want to teleport somewhere, probably try teleporting close to me.
Okay.
I will
What
allow
do I
that
know?
because that breaks barriers and things. But I mean,
Yes.
you have to
Like,
be
if
right
you
up on that
stand
door.
Over here, that's, yeah. I wanna, just on, like, over here.
And I will tell you all, it automatically applies to your character sheet as long as you're within 10 feet of Anna. I have it set up that way.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
well, you're quite the curious one. I will enjoy, hopefully, having a challenge. Is that
I wouldn't be
correct,
so sure.
Magistrate?
I will do what I can.
Let the
I'm
battle
more of a researcher.
commence. Roll initiative.
1 second, please. Coming.
By the way, you have 3 temporary hit points at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I'm gonna just add that now. Initiative.
It's like a tiny little shield to
A
soak
very
up
tiny
some of
one.
the damage. It resets on every one of your turns.
32.
So like on every turn you have
hell.
little.
You're gonna go first before you die. I love that for you.
No, I'm gonna die anyway, so at least I get to do something.
She uses her reaction to kill you.
She's
Doesn't
a
it?
like crush heart.
Well, no, she wants to have a spectacle. She knows she's gonna wear. Let's see. Where do-
Really, what gave her that information?
I'm gonna try something first.
You certainly could try.
I am going to cast
Actually, above the table before I cast this, because it will influence my decision. Because Hold Person is a concentration spell, but it doesn't say that I can't attack the person. Right? So if they-
you specifically can attack that person.
So I
during
can
that
hold
spell.
them in place, and then each turn I can attack them and it won't break her.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
They get a save to save every time, but
Yeah.
it doesn't break it.
Very well. Hold Person. Go.
And what's the save on it?
16 Wisdom.
That's a dirty 18.
That's going to be Chrono Shift, darling, please.
So I re-roll it.
Try again.
13 plus 16?
Oh, that just meets and meets it, beats it, right?
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, so that didn't work. I'm just gonna move away from that. So that's gonna be it.
Okay. Well. Is that all you have? Should I end this quickly?
Please.
I think you enjoyed this spell. You see she's looking at her hand as this tiny little ball of flame begins to emerge. It begins to grow and grow and grow and grow and then condense down as she sends it out at you.
Can I
Not this
use
spell.
a hold action?
You want to hold on, Finia? What?
Can I hold an action to do life transference to Tempo at the gate
Upon what condition?
upon he takes damage?
Yeah.
Maybe damage that he takes.
Give me a dexterity. Oh, you wanted a counterspell. The
I think so. It's a fireball, right? And I wouldn't know what level it is, would I?
you would not.
Then. Yeah, I'll count this spell.
Right. So as she sends it out and the flame seems to revert back into her hand, she's, oh. Is that all you can do? Very well. Let's see what you have. And it's your turn.
Okay, let's see. How can we do this?
You gain three temporary hit points that replace your previous 3 temporary hit points.
Until I take damage. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna leave it there. So, you can play that game. Fireball.
Oh. Why do I feel like she's gonna backhand this back into your face?
Oh, we'll see when we.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Come on, be a good roll for once tonight.
Hey!
And
Papa!
not bad.
No ones.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
The fuck?
Narrate how this fireball goes off.
I kind of imitate her. So it's like a small ball in my little finger, and I just throw it at her and it gets bigger and bigger. When it gets to her, it just explodes in a huge flame.
Or so you would
Oh.
think.
Actually, you know what? Can I change that for flavor? Because I'm a time mage, I'm gonna. The fireball never came out of my hand. It kind of like volcanic. Earth started to get volcanic, like the time is going back to prehistoric times, and it just opens up in a volcano beneath it.
Okay. So as this volcano begins to erupt and rumble, she just kneels down. Oh no, I don't think so. Lightly touches her hand on the ground, and you see this flame begin to erupt and circle around her arm and begin to wrap around her. She says, Let me show you what real fire tastes like. As she sends everything you just put in that spell and more back at you.
Okay.
Oh,
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw again.
Let's go.
And this is a spell, so you could do whatever you want.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
You have a
gonna-
13.
That's a 10. Would 14 save me? If not, then I'm not even gonna try it.
No.
No, then I'm not fine. Go on.
Okay, let's see if I have enough d6.
oh no.
But if
That's
it's
not
more
what you
than
want to give me
28
to.
points, then I'm dead anyway, so.
Okay, I'm gonna have to re-roll 3 of these. I got really bad rolls. That's 24 points of damage. I got a bunch of ones.
Okay. Well, I'm barely alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
If anyone's
as
life
you
transferring
see
goes off.
this flame wraps around her and it almost becomes this shaw of fire as she sends it right back out. And it just explodes in Tempo's face. And you see his body is wrapped in flames.
Yeah,
No,
as I
your
see-
magic tastes delectable.
interesting.
Your turn.
I healed Tempo, by the way, through the little entryway, like as the fireball hits, so it can kind of hide in the flames that she's hitting him with.
Give me a stealth check.
Remember that your 3 points of your
You
3.
I remember.
You have 3
I
points
remember.
of health.
Yeah.
16,
Okay.
and you get
How much?
16 health. Weirdly enough.
16
Wait.
health. Oh, that's right then.
Is that what you rolled? Life transference is I think double that.
Oh yeah, no, it is double. Sorry, I'm like reading it as I cast this. So I take 16 damage. You get double that, so you get 32 health
you're-
back.
Okay, I'm back to full health.
Oh, I see we're playing games here. Should I dial it up?
I don't think you need to. But I'm going to see if other spells you can reverse other spells. Because that is very interesting. We need to have a discussion after this. And I'm going to.
Impress me and we can.
If it's your turn, you get 3 temporary hit points. Again.
It is
Oh,
your
I did
turn.
that. I'm going to raise my log hands and start twisting them around and throwing them up and down. Just and all the fucking like a little circle of magic appears just below her feet. And she's cast with flow.
Slow.
Oh, actually, it's a big circle. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it was a smaller area of effect. Yeah. So DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. Or let me read the spell.
That's
You
an
all
18.
time. Okay. No, so it does nothing. Ugh. No, actually, you know what? I have Chrono Shift. Chrono Shift. Try that again.
That's a 6 plus. What kind of save was it?
It was
Dexterity?
Wisdom.
Yeah, it fails.
Right. Let me just mark on the shift.
Damn. That's a cool spell.
Yeah,
I forget that
it's
Lux
really
is.
strong.
That was my last ownership though. Okay, so slow. You alter the timer on the up to 6 creatures of your choice. Each target blah blah. An affected target's speed is half. It takes -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws. It can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than one melee or range attack during its turn. If the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. When an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted.
Okay. That's really fucking good.
The creature, although the creature affected by this spell makes another wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On a successful save, the effect ends.
Alright, you have 1 turn to go.
No, that was my turn.
Okay. Oh, so she gets to do something. Okay. Do you see this? Tell me how it looks as she gets hit by the spell.
You kind of see like you're looking at her, the whole area really. Actually, you're looking through a glass, like a little water, like looking through water. So it's kind of like, you know, little waves. You can't really see her properly, but you can kind of see her being slower, moving slower, and
So-
everything inside being a little distorted.
As she just sent that fireball out, you see her retracting her hand, and it's oh so ever slow. And then she looks at you. No, this won't do. And you see the spell just begin to be absorbed, and is shrugged off. And it's your turn.
Is this spell still in effect? Can I tell?
It is not an effect.
Oh god.
You feel the spell just drop on her. But it is your turn.
I can't really do much. Bold person. Let's try this again.
Good grief.
Counter
DC
spell.
16. Counter spell? I can't counter. I don't have a 3rd level, so that's it. That's my turn.
Fireball.
Okay.
That's dex
Okay.
saving throw.
Oh, honey, you need to make
9.
that. Yes.
That'll be 37 half to
17.
17.
Okay.
You're still up.
I'm still up.
Because I healed him.
And then could you give me? Oh, I roll for this.
Remember your temporary hit points.
I remember. I keep taking them away from that damage.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
That's another 17 points of damage.
Okay, I'm dead.
So you see this massive fireball be let loose. And then right after, immediately, a second smaller firebolt shoots out of her hand as they both hit at the same time and take tempo down. Well, victorious in the end. But fear not, my dear opponent is just not of our blood. That is fine. Truly a magnificent magistrate. So please give praise to Tempo Ralph Lux. Truly the most magnificent opponent I could have this evening. And she bows as you're unconscious. But with that, we will end the magic games. So you get 1,000 gold. You get an
I still
eldritch
get it.
staff. She she said she would give it to you, and you will not be honored at the masquerade ball because you were not technically the champion, but you do still get the prize benefits.
I hate the way she said that last thing, you know? Like, she is a horrible person. I hate her so much.
She's so nice comparatively to how bad she could have been.
Yes, no.
No, you're like, no. Fuck
No.
that lady. Fuck that hoe.
Fuck that lady.
I mean, maybe she is a horrible person. Who would ever know?
She is like, how can I describe this? Like, she seems like the fakest person I have met. I'm worried.
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel like she will cuss me out if I was watching.
So
She will say horrible things that cannot be repeated.
she, instead of
Sorry.
taking her own entrance, she walks over and she taps the clerics that have been working very hard on the back, and she, Tempo, you come to consciousness, about to take the potion of long rest, and she extends her hand to help you up.
My lady.
Well, it's
I-
princess, but yes.
Oh. My princess. And I put my hand on her hand.
And she
I don't
helps
know
you
if
up.
that's loud.
It would be your grace, but I see that you don't quite know the tact of things.
Well,
that's fine.
Maybe not. No, I was.
Maybe I hit you too hard. It's fine. You'll learn your manners soon.
Okay.
That sounded so threatening.
That's so graceful of you, Grace.
Of course, I truly am just for the people.
Truly.
Good grief.
Well, as I said before, I would love to speak with you. You said you wanted to speak about magic. I do study often at the Virtuoso Spire, so I'm sure we could make time.
That would be very interesting, yes.
Oh, I forgot. She wants to go for a drink with you. Yeah. That was the whole thing, she said.
I
Okay.
forgot about that too.
More than happy to oblige.
Indeed. Well, let us not stay too long. I'm sure you have many things to do, Magistrate.
Yes.
For sure.
I've heard you'll be in the castle soon enough. Well,
You've
I
heard
mean,
more.
You've been dealing with my dear brother's situation.
I didn't know you were aware.
I bid you adieu.
I bid you adieu. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Adieu.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, bitch.
Bye, Badge.
Uh,
You're kicking my ass.
So, someone comes up and gives you this eldritch staff and a coin. What are we all doing today? As the crowds begin to disperse from the magic games. The day is yours.
I
have a
turn.
couple things to do.
Yes. Well, I turn to Feniel and I just say, "Oh, my lady, seems you are all better now."
And a little light pops out and glows up from a
I see.
cantrip. Feeling much better. I think I just I was waiting for the caffeine to kick in.
Yeah, I understand that.
You begin hearing hush whispers, particularly surrounding Kenya. Oh, it's one of the Talvol. Oh god. There definitely seems to be a stir around your border.
I try and kind of like straighten my back and peer like put together as I can, but like serious, stern.
Give me a deception check.
20, but she got some work done.
You're flustered and browbeaten. Nervousness seems to be unnoticed by the masses. And you are a pillar of what you have been trained to do. Tabatha,
Yes.
what are you doing?
So, hello everyone. I'm glad you got your staff, Tempo. I know you really wanted it badly.
Thank you.
Well, I bid you adieu, and I go off to go on our little task to figure out more on the Rio.
So
Right.
good.
Sorrel.
Where are you going?
So, I am kind of racking my brain now that Xandra's gone, and thinking about who I know in terms of the Get my notes. I'm gonna. Is there a limit to the sending stone that I have?
It's once per day. Or once per long rest, but yeah, once per day. Do you want to take a moment to think about this?
Does Tabatha know more about the Shadow Silk Guild, or like other people that are contacts in the Rumor Mill network, since it's her ability?
She knows several people, but none of import that would be able to do what she wants. Because Zendra's last words of full reflect was, the next contact will make themselves known.
Oh no, yeah.
And you have yet
Well then,
to
I'll go
be
ahead
made aware.
and seek out Lady Demont.
And are you doing this in
Stealthily.
confidence? Okay.
So I'm rolling stealth.
Well, I would like to ask the group, does anyone try and stop Tabatha before she walks off?
I'm
Do
just
we
going
know
to
what
the
she's
rumor
going
mills.
to do?
She
No,
hasn't
I just
said.
said I was gonna go do rumors. Or I was gonna go
She
try to
just
get
said she had
information
to-
on
She was gonna go do some things, basically.
I think so. What I said, if I may, I did say I was going because we talked about Surreal
Okay.
and figure out information on them. So that's what I said. If somebody wants, to...
Yeah, Cyril.
Cereal. yeah.
Cereal.
Yeah, Cyril Tormer.
Honestly, I think we all have like kind of let her wander off to do that sort of thing in the
Okay,
past.
wonderful.
And I think we would again.
Okay.
Anna is never particularly like inclined to stop Tabitha from going places.
Tabatha
Yeah,
does
Tempo
what she
just
wants.
almost died, so he's not
Yeah,
stopping
okay.
him.
All right. No self check needed. You do find Lady Fleur Dumont amongst the crowd as she's shaking people's hands.
Lady.
And oh, yes. What can I do
Hi.
for you?
It's Tabatha. Tabatha
Of course,
Ravenwood.
Ravenwood, right? Oh, yes.
Yes. I do have a bit of a gift that I was asked.
A gift for me.
Yes. A gift.
Oh,
You
how
see,
generous of you. I don't have anything in return.
well, that's okay. What I was going to give you were. I figured that you needed some. Well, you have nephews, don't you?
Well, gods be good soon enough, I hope.
Boys love games when they come of age, don't they?
One would presume, yes indeed.
And for any children you come across, I have these playing cards that I really like to
Oh, really?
Yes, so I'm giving her the playing cards, and as I do that, I'm going to sleight of hand this ring that I was told to get on her person and put it on her person.
Okay.
So
Give me
I'm
a
rolling.
sleight of hand.
If that's the check, I don't know. Does 35 work?
It's kind of low.
Oh,
Because she
fuck.
rolled a 7.
So I'm just putting this, like, she's wearing a dress. Does the dress have pockets, or does she have
No.
does she have a bag?
No.
Oh, shit.
But you
Am I gonna put it
literally
behind her
could
ear?
literally put it anywhere on her.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put it. Will she notice her finger?
No.
Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna.
With
As
a
I'm like.
35?
As I'm showing her, like, the card trick, I'm like, you see? Which card did you pick? Which
I
card
think
did you pick?
I think it's the Ace of Spades.
And I kind of grab her hand. It's like, well, I have just the card for you. And as I'm doing that, I kind of run this ring onto her finger.
Okay.
And then I pull out an Ace of Spades.
Wonderful.
I go, there you go. No need to give a gift in return.
Well, Tabatha, my dear Ravenwood, will you be at tea with Her Grace? Well, perhaps you will join me in a game of cards then. That's the least I
Yes.
can do.
That sounds wonderful.
And she begins toying with a ring that she seemingly did not have before. Well, I truly must make my escape from this place. You know how these patrons seem to talk to us.
Indeed.
But I'm sure we'll meet again soon.
I don't know how you do it, how you stay so nice with the common people. I aspire
Well, it's truly...
to your
It's
level
truly-
of humility.
I enjoy it. But
She's so weirdly nice.
it's just because I'm playing it. But I do truly love the common people. That is what the heart of Idria beats on. And I just hope I can be a lovely queen one day. And she kind of grabs your hand and kisses you and says, Ravenwood, I hope I see you soon. And I will be expecting that card game.
Yes.
And she
Bring
takes
the card.
and she takes her turn and she exits away.
Whatever curse you just put on that nice lady, I am so sad.
That poor nice woman that has done nothing bad ever in her life.
Literally.
Listen. I have my reasons. Anyways.
Anyways,
That's all from Tabatha.
all right. What's going on in the
Anyhow,
magic games? As you're wrapping
so,
up. Talk so I can go pee.
yeah. I'm gonna look over at Anna and Tempo and be like, should we perhaps look into masquerade outfits?
I have a very important question before we continue. How tall is Fenio?
Let me look. Yeah. Wow, I didn't put that information in. Well, I've imagined Feniel as like a good, like, perfect 6 foot.
Okay, okay.
6'2" is perfect, just saying.
Curious.
I agree, but I think 6 foot is like. Yeah,
I mean,
I think
you're an
that's
elf.
about-
You can be as tall as you want, really.
Danielle's 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
I knew that and no one else did, but I was like, no, it's 6 foot.
Yeah, I like in my gut I knew it was 6 foot, but I was like, oh, I can't remember
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, she's 6 foot tall.
Okay, okay. Just wanted to know. Anyways, Anna just says, I have never really attended a ball before. No has a guest.
Does Tabatha make her way back to the group?
Yes. Oh, what is this about dresses?
Well, we were discussing we might need to get our things in order for the masquerade, as you know, it'll take the tailors some time to fit our dresses.
Yes, I have to order a lot of mine custom in this town.
Oh yes, you are quite petite.
At this
So petite.
time, two guards, Benio, you in particular, recognize as Kingsguard approach you.
Gentlemen.
Ladies, and sir, you've been requested to meet at the Ivory Bastion, if you would.
Meet who?
Yes, absolutely. We need to debrief.
You've been requested to meet at the Ivory Bastion, is what they said.
Okay, but they didn't say who requested us to meet.
Will you?
Was it the king?
He just blinks slowly.
Okay. Very well. Let us make track.
All right.
Yep.
He shoulder checks Stimpo, and then immediately, they leave.
This guards love shoulder checking people.
Right.
It might just be me. So
Like, so respectful.
Uh-oh.
you get let in.
The music changed.
Oh, what happened?
Which one of us is getting executed? That's gonna be such a
All
bummer.
of you. Don't worry, I would not leave anyone out. You're all gonna be killed. And your new characters. Doesn't matter. You go to the small council room that you. Oh, it's right here. That you've been once before. You are all let in except for Tabatha and hold on. No, I'm just kidding. It's just not the right seating. And you're all put in here by yourself. The doors are shut. You have a moment by yourself.
Theoretically. I'm gonna look around the room just to see if there's anything.
You don't see
Yeah, me
anything.
too.
No roll needed.
I'm gonna be hyper vigilant.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as we know, there was something wrong with the Order of Talvor. There was a charmed god that attacked us, and the drow escaped. And they seem to be under magical effect.
Announcing King Adrian Viga. As the doors open and the king walks in. And Her Grace, Queen Elwyn Viga. Accompanied by Princess Isadora and Princess Catherine Viga.
They have so many children.
There's a lot of them.
They just keep
bred
just
like fucking rabbits.
kids just keep appearing. I'm like another princess.
You gotta keep them heirs coming just in case they start offing each other.
Right. Because maybe they will. Maybe I had to plan for it. So they all take their seats. And the queen speaks. Ladies, sir,
Your Grace.
thank you for meeting us. Although, I wish under better circumstances.
Yes.
It seems you've all failed us.
Well, I think the plot was a
I
bit
don't
larger. while the outcome was not ideal, we did gather information, and we did stop larger fatalities from occurring. And though I do agree this is not how the situation should have gone, and is not up to the standard that I would typically ask of myself. So, my apologies, Your Majesty.
She leans in close. Is that why my mother is here to clean up your fucking mess?
Do I know who her mother is?
No, you don't.
Yes. Water.
Aster.
Oh.
Aster. Okay. I'm not privy to any information of your mother. My apologies, ma'am. Your Majesty.
Your Grace.
Don't
Your
worry.
Grace.
She's a cunt.
Your Grace, if I
Whoa.
may.
You may not. Finiel, you were speaking.
Yes. So the information that we discovered.
I'm so sorry.
Jesus.
Feniel is breathing into a bag after this meeting. Yes, Your Grace. So, what we discovered is there was something very wrong with my companions from the Order of Talvor, as well as one of the knights from the Divine Temple. The knight,
And your
one of them.
thoughts on your companions. Should we be concerned about the elves' loyalty? Finiel.
You have my loyalty, man.
Yours? That's fine. And what of your people?
There was magic charms that were being used in this situation.
On who?
I believe on the knights, and I
So
couldn't
if I
tell
was
you-
to cast a charm on you, you would go trying to kill the highest members of society. Is that what I'm to take the Order of Talvor for? Is that what you've diminished yourselves to? You see this brooch right here? I expect better. Try and read my mind. Try and peek into my mind. You cannot. Because we've taken precautions, unlike your order. We have people's lives at stake. We have the crown's life at stake.
And the
What
fact
were
that
you doing?
We were pursuing the people responsible, and trying to discover what magic was being used.
And you were late. And you were lazy. And you did nothing. If this was an assassination attempt, how the fuck could I trust you? Now. That's enough. My wife. Finiel, my apologies. This is not why we asked you all here, to berate you.
My hands are sweating.
I like out completely out of character. It seems like the Queen specifically brought us here to berate us.
Oh, I'm just getting laid into this one. I mean, I'm not wanting to convey everything, so it's my fault for doing that.
Anna. Excuse me. Do not mean to be informal. Baron Heilbronn. You were there. Could you please give us a very strategic point of view?
Well, not used to this sort of meeting.
Were you not
Well-
a baron?
Yes. Well. The members of the Order of Talbordet were there on the attack at the cathedral yesterday.
Indeed.
They did not seem to be trying to get to any member of the royal family. We're still looking into the reasons to be there. It seems they were confronted by a member of the guard in the cathedral, and that may have deterred them from their original purpose. We didn't find anything that suggests that they were there for a assassination attempt or anything similar.
And how strong would you assess they were? Did they have numbers? Did they
There
have
were
strong forces? You've seen clearly
Uh,
my daughter fight. What do we have to face?
there were only 3 of them, and I can attest that they were not particularly high ranking. They were definitely under some kind of charm, as they did not seem to take to any orders. And they were blindly attacking.
I see. And Timpo, our wizard on the situation, what is your input?
The guards were controlled by magic. It was a powerful one. They wouldn't even know what was happening.
And
There was
you
no-
don't know
nothing-
the spell?
Yeah.
Did you not take time to find out? Thought that's why you were here.
Not every spell can be learned so quickly. It might be an original spell. We don't know if the draw just made another spell. Spells are made after all. The souls could have been twisted. We don't know how much time they had for the guards.
And what of the break-in that you were requested for? What do you know of that?
We don't know much yet. We need more time.
And yet, time is the thing that you seem to manipulate. So why would you need more
That's a
time?
good one. That's a good one.
I'm sorry, it was just right there.
Time is going on its own pace, and it cannot be rushed.
It seems
will
you can
find
rush
out.
it or confuse it. Do better. I hope you know lives are on the line. My wife is not speaking frantically. And you, what news? Anything of import?
Speaking to me?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I may have had a more tactical view throughout the sermon, as I'm used to social gatherings and such, so I might have a more comprehensive picture of what was going on. What I thought was clear to the group was that at one point there were several people organizing some type of meeting at the back of the church. I became aware of this with my great sense of hearing.
About this time, with your great sense of hearing, the door comes clashing open.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. And you see, walking in, with 2 guards holding a massive chest, is this woman in dark green dress with beautiful gold and black accents. Her arm seems to be not of skin, but of wood, carved ornately, but still working as though a human hand. Her eyes, not that of humans, but emeralds emblazoned with magic and color. Well, I see I've cleaned up your fucking mess. And you see, and of course, nothing but trouble follows her. Why is Tabatha here?
Hi.
You see Aster, Blackthorn, enter with 2 guards holding a massive chest. Well, daughter, I've cleaned up your fucking mess. And the trunk opens, and you see 5 heads in it. 4 being the Drow, 1 being Zendra. I found them on the way out of town.
Oh,
Seems they
fuck.
mean to escape. Good thing I was en route. Would someone care to explain this fucking situation and why the fuck is she here?
Eesh.
Why am I here?
Yes.
Why are you
Tabby.
here?
Should I have you whipped in the streets? Should I have you drowned in the river? Should I have your tongue cut out and you strung up by your feet? I would like to remind you, Tabatha, in this world, I command true power. And clearly, I've had to clean up your fucking mess again.
What mess?
She motions to the 5 Drowhead.
What mess? What mess did I cause?
You were
Oh.
supposed
Was this not your
to
confidant?
talking.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
She picks up Zendra's head and throws it at you, and it lands in your lap.
I maintain my composure.
Give me a deception check.
Yeah,
Like, I've
I will. I
never
will.
seen
This
that before.
Oh,
advantage.
you're so good at deception, though.
Yeah, sure. That means it's a straight roll then.
Yeah.
So I get advantage. Okay. 18.
Nothing but sadness and despair
This-
follows you around, Ravenwood.
This doesn't
That's the wrong voice,
surprise.
but yeah, same thing.
This doesn't surprise the king, nor does it surprise the Lord Chancellor. He knows of my connections, and that is why they chose me. So, I once again ask, why are you here in this meeting?
Daughter, Your Grace, would you like to inform her why I'm fucking here? Now, Aster. Please calm down. And you see, this is the king speaking. I know you're very protective of your grandchildren, as they are my children. Please, I know you've done us a great service in whatever you found out. But you cannot barge up. I can barge into whatever the fuck I want to. Your Grace. He looks to his wife. Mother, would you please sit down for a moment? Perhaps a cup of wine? And save me from this embarrassment that you are? Has Tabatha told you of our dalliances and how your nephew and niece was killed in her presence?
Slowly turning to look at Tabatha like, what the fuck?
She goes and sits down directly across from Tabatha.
As
Bring the wine and cheese.
As I was saying, there were multiple
You
groups.
say too much.
As I was saying, there were multiple groups of people who were coordinating a meeting in which soldiers from the Order of Talvor were being held in the back of the church. And we became aware that these members of the Order of Talvor were planning an insurrection. Were planning to kill or cause a scene at the church under the disguise as if it was due to the drow.
And why did I find these drow? Blood stained on their weapons and fleeing from our great city if they were not.
And why did the commander Finiel seem unable to command members of the Order of Talvor? There's many questions that we have and not enough answers. As
And who
Tempo
would this
said,
commander be?
Lord Finiel. Or not Lord.
Lady.
Same difference. Lady.
Her eyes narrow at you.
They truly were not answering to orders or following any of what.
Are you
We
still holding
uphold.
the head?
I'm not
Tabatha-
holding it. It's like it's in
It's
front
just
of
there.
me, and I'm having to hold my composure like very hardly. So if I have to seethe again, I will.
And she reaches over because she's now sitting in
Bloody
front
hell.
of Tabatha. And what of this one?
As I
As she
said,
taps, talking to Finiel, tapping on the head of what seems to be Zindra Nocturne.
Or what of that one? To me? Or
Yeah.
to Tabby?
To Finiel.
To Feniel. Yes, that one. She did nearly topple me. Though, thankfully, Avadi saved me. Though she did make an escape in the confusion as there was a god with the divine order. One was disguised as a drow, the other just attacking us. And then all of a sudden I saw the Order of Talvor attacking Tabatha, and I did not understand why. And I then realized that that was why they were not following commands. They were all charmed, and that was the situation that was created. Well, one of the healers with the Vades healed me. That was how the healing went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tabatha, could you please
I'm
check
sorry,
your
it's been like a
DMs?
week.
oh no, I'm
That
dead,
is
aren't
why-
I?
As the valiant efforts
and
of
you
Anna
die.
Heilbronn.
But...
So,
How did I become aware of that?
we'll explain it in a minute.
Okay.
Very well. Well, I'm sure Tabatha here could inform you of how protective I am of my grandchildren as my tit pops out.
And Asta, I do apologize. Your name escaped me. I may have forgotten a bit of who you are and how we came so close before.
Indeed. Seems you always lose your tongue at the worst moments. I digress. Your Grace, could you please leave us?
She's asking the king to leave?
He stands up
This is Aster from the last campaign, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
that's what I thought. I was like, wait, what? Like, what is she doing here?
He stands up, kind of
Jesus.
pissed off. Doesn't say a word.
Fair enough. I love that she can tell the king what to do.
My queen.
It's her son-in-law, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, smart man.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
queen. My daughters. I think we have a meeting to attend. We will make our leave.
He's like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Move it.
Asa, you are radiant as always. And he makes his leave, and the room falls silent with you and Aster Blackthorn in a room together.
Holy shit. Is this where you get your revenge for me making you scaly and have a wooden arm?
Maybe. She waves her hand, and the heads disappear. They're not real.
Fuck.
Now,
Anna's like, whoa, whoa. Shit.
her eyes narrow on you, Finio. What side have you picked? And do you understand the consequences that stand before us?
I choose harmonious balance.
That's a fucking lie. Balance is not real.
There's a silver lining to any
All right,
decision.
clearly
It's not
you're
black and white.
delusional. Timpo, Anna, do I have to clean up after your messes too? Are the virtuoso and the army going to also fail us, like the Order of Talvor clearly has?
What is
Time will
the
tell.
proper way to address Lady Aster?
She is the Dowager Duchess of Valoria, so Lady would be proper,
Okay.
or Duchess.
Lady.
No, Lady.
Sorry.
Let's go with Anna first and then Finio next.
Anna just says, no, Lady Aster. We will not fail.
And
My lady. Oh, sorry. Damn it.
give me 1 second, give me 1 second. And Heilbronn, who are you? There's no record of who you are. I do not trust those who I do not know. Tabatha could attest to that. Just the smile.
Lady Esther, my mother is Lady Adelheid Tolbert from Barnful.
And what is of your birth?
I was born in Heilbronn.
I see. Well, no offense intended, but you have definitely rose above your station, as it seems. And what of your father?
I do not know.
Interesting. I like you. Finio, I think you were trying to speak.
To be frank, lady, when I say the decision is not easy, it's that I do not align with whatever was happening, and when intentions are muddled, I cannot trust my order. With that being said, I still follow Evades fervently.
And no
Whatever
one
I
plagues you
saw-
for that.
Whatever I saw in that room was not the order that I had come to know. and it is not something I like to see. So, I am with you in protecting this marriage, in protecting your family, and protecting the order from itself when there are stray dark forces hidden within it, if that is the case, or if this is a matter of charm. I have no way of knowing, as
And your thoughts on
it's
Zindra
complicated. Zindra.
now?
She seemed keen on protecting the drow, and they did not seem to be fighters. It was unusual. I did notice magics on them as well, but I did not get a better idea of it.
Tabatha, Timbo,
Yes.
you're waiting on this. Do you agree? Should I have killed Zindra?
To clarify, I don't know that she's the one guilty in this either. It's not clear, unfortunately.
To what end do you want to do this killing?
She is fine and well. Should she not be? As she
Well-
was involved. And she told
Lady-
you I was coming, Tabatha.
What?
Did she not say somebody was replacing her?
Oh, fuck.
So,
Okay.
Lady Aster Blackthorn.
How do you think you arrived at your profession?
You asked a question. The question was, would I be right to kill Xandra? And the question I asked you is, well, what end are you trying to achieve?
You know better than most, Tabatha. I'm here to protect my grandchildren. Does she plan on harming them?
No.
Then I'm nothing to worry about.
I am afraid that this insurrection might be more nefarious than just being one group of people, as defined by the races, alliances, and houses that people suspect. I suspect it's a collection of people
Indeed.
from multiple groups.
It
Benny
seems it will
Oldbox.
be.
That was probably the most well put thing I've ever heard out of that kindred's mouth.
And it seems
That's all I have to say, y'all. I don't think it's so simple.
And it seems when I'm around, she behaves. And she can think clearly. I will be here until my grandson's wedding, overseeing your dealings, Tabatha. And clearly, your all's group's dealings of protecting and finding out what the fuck is going on in this city.
And to an end, we'd like to start. Before we meet again, did you see the magic competition?
No, I had not arrived at town.
There was a semi-finalist, the Creel Thormir, a bastard of Thormir.
Cyril
Who-
Thormir.
Cyril.
Zariel, Thormir, who's a bastard of Thormir, seemed to have quite unwieldy magical powers, not like what we've seen much out of a bastard. Can we find out some information on this Zariel?
Cereal.
0.
It's like cereal, just with a C.
It's so
Cereal?
real, so real.
Surreal.
Yeah.
Surreal.
Yeah.
On Surreal Thormir.
And why would I do that? What
It
magical talent would be Tempo? Maybe you could speak to this.
He was able to absorb a fireball without even hesitating, within a second. No damage was taken.
Is there a spell to do that?
Well, not to my knowledge, but I will definitely research that.
To
There
be
is
frank,
absorb elements, but I don't believe it would absorb the whole fireball.
Finia?
to be frank with you, Lady Aster, we only saw one other competitor absorb a fireball,
My
It's
granddaughter.
this morning. and who better to be a threat to the wedding of the Crown Prince and Lady Dumont than a bastard who thinks he has a claim to the throne?
And enough power to probably challenge it.
I will suggest you rethink your statement, lest you challenge the king as a bastard.
I challenge it, no one.
At least along the line. Maybe lost, maybe a stray uncle here or there, who knows. But someone powerful enough from the family line who is unaccounted for and acting in a very auspicious way.
And on top of that, he had enough power to be sure his blood is not common.
Interesting. I will
And
take
even
this
worse?
under advisement. I expect these speculations to not leave this room. Less I cannot protect you.
As you
They
wish, my
say
lady.
ironclad. Sorry.
We are here to help, not to cause trouble.
Indeed. Well, I expect some of you look very tired. Tabatha, it was good to see you again. I think I will take my leave.
Yeah, right.
You
It
all
was good to
should
see you again.
either. Okay, and she heads on out.
Just the fucking whimper.
But
Also, we got-
are
How is this alcoholic still alive?
but as the alcoholic exits the room, we will go ahead and end for the night because it is 11 o'clock. But
Oh shit.
thank you all for joining us this Thursday. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. And we will see you all next Thursday for Tea with the Queen and potentially some wild shit. But without further ado, I hope you all have a great weekend. Goodbye.